Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, watching us from wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the Pearl of Africa. This is Kampala. It's all looking very beautiful. And these are the sights and sounds of Kampala right on your screens. But I tell you what, it's the Victoria Series. Match day number 5, game number 5. It's the final day of what has been a beautiful series. Uganda may be leading 4-0, but there's still a lot to play for. And first things first, the Princess, Naomi Bagenda Kayondo, was out there in the middle with the two captains. And let's see what transpired at the toss.
Good morning from Kampala, Uganda. Welcome to the toss of match day 5 of the Victoria Series, where Uganda will be playing Canada. With me of the Ugandan side, Janet Mbabazi, and the captain of the Canadian side, Aur, and the match referee, Mr. John Trust Mayeko. Tim will be tossing the coin, and the side will be making the call. Heads is the call, and heads it is. I'm a pal captain.
We are going to bowl first, and it's a fresh wicket, and want to give our bowler a chance to give their best on the field.
Okay, ball.
Yeah, because a little bit there is a wet on the ground, and it's a fresh wicket, and to go and defend under a good total.
Any changes to your side?
Yeah, Vriti and Shishti in, and Habiba and Zeel out.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
What would you have liked to do?
I had won the toss, had a bat first. I think we still I need my had good momentum, and I think they'll carry it on in this game. The wicket looks flat. The sun looks like it's coming out. Outfield is is going to be quick. It's all right. So I think we have.
Any changes to your side this morning?
Yes, Consi leading us from outside,
Okay, good luck in your game. Here at the toss, Canada won the toss and elected to.
You heard it from the middle there. Canada winning the toss. Amar Paukawu calling right in the middle there and saying Uganda take a bat. And this is the Ugandan team that will be playing today. Tino Sarah is in the squad. Teddy Oyela gets a chance to play today. Naomi Jen Amongin has been impressive with the ball. Alako, a beautiful knock of 31 the other day. Kevin Amuge has been the linchpin, the kingpin of Uganda's bowling right at the front. Janet Mbabazi in need of some runs alongside Esther Iloko, the two openers. Immaculate Nakisoyo, Rita Musamali, and Stefan Nampina will be the enforcers with the bat for Uganda. But watch out for Kevin Awino, who always comes in and digs deep whenever she does get a chance to play at the top of the innings. And this is the squad for Canada that will be playing today. Achin Pereira, Indomati Godial, two players that have shown they can play this beautiful game. Kainat Kazi came through the other day and she showed that she could score some runs, top scoring with 16 in game number 3. Amarpa Okau, the skipper, Krima Kapadia, Vandana Mahajan, dangerous with the ball, good with the bat. There is Telisha Lavia, good in the mid-overs with the ball. And the others there, Rabijot Rajput and the crew. Of course, Canada have one player that is coming through with the debutant there. Vriti Dahir playing her first game. I am not alone in the comms box. With me as we get this game underway is the Princess. Naomi Bagenda Kayondo shows out there in the middle with the two captains. But first things first. Good morning, Naomi.
Good morning, Innocent. Happy to be here and to take us through match day 5 of what has been an exciting Victoria Series here in Kampala.
These are sights and sounds earlier on in the warm-ups. Brief stay for the him on the screen because the two umpires already out there in the middle, ready to get the traffic started. Eric Wandera, big boy, earning another T20I. And James Bamlese, the engineer at square leg. Janet Mbabazi, no change in the tactics for Uganda. Shot number 3 right there, Esther Iloku. at the non-strikers end. And here's Mbabazi. Full face, she goes straight to the fielder. Chance for a run out. That was quick calling, quick feet from the two fielders. Runs on the board early up for Uganda.
Innocent, interesting field setup here with Vandana being asked to open the bowling as she has done for the past 4 match days. Not exactly the fine leg has just been sent there, but there was no fine leg, but a deep mid wicket to start off the first over. Uganda get their setting game on.
There's one girl there who is short of confidence. A good innings today to wrap up the series. Will do her a world of good. Esther Eloko, she came into this series as the leading run scorer for Uganda this year. The most consistent batter. But in this series, she finds herself in a bit of a slow. It's not a deep slow. She can get herself out of trouble if she plays well today.
Vandana delivering a full one just into the feet of Esther Iluko. An inside edge there. Running away to short fine leg. They're able to take an additional single there.
She's not scored runs in the last 2 innings. She's batted Esther Eloko. She'll be happy here to get off the mark. Scoreboard moving to 2. Those graphics will be put right. Of course, 2 girls there. What's been a semblance for Uganda's batting. 2 of them from the Soroti Cricket Academy hub. Full toss. A chance for a catch there. Mbabazi leaving dangerously. It was a full toss asking to be hit, but she didn't get it out of the middle of the bat. And well, she lives to die another day.
Riti Dahia, very guilty of not getting her hands to the ball, but that gives Mbabazi a chance.
Big appeal for nothing there. The height was a little too high.
Esther Eloko looking a bit tense. She knows that she has to score some runs today to at least give a small grin to the coach. Esther Iloko has been on form, just not been very consistent in this tournament, not with runs. She plays one to the short cover region and is able to take just a second one. Wrapping up the over with 4 runs at the end of the first over.
Just tuned into the live stream here, you will know that we are coming to live from Lugogo. Match day number 5, game number 5. It's the finale. We hope Mother Cricket can serve us a fitting finale of this series. A good game is what everyone wants. Both teams have been losing early wickets. Guilty parties of losing 1 or 2 in the first over. Today Uganda hold fort. It's 4 without loss as Rabijot Rajput comes through from the Ginger Road end. Full and straight, and Esther Eloko gives it a straight bat.
Rajput in game 4 was a leading wicket taker, was able to pick some early wickets for Canada, and Esther Eloko will know that she's a dangerous bowler there. Playing safe, ensuring that she stays on the wicket longer than she has done for the past 4 games.
Touch and go from the 2 batters there. Real good telepathy between the 2. They really understand each other's game, and the way they run between the wickets clearly tells you that they've been batting together for some good time for the last 1 year. Captain Amar Parker being very alert there, not losing the awareness test by bringing back one into the arc. And right on to the business there with the fielding. Tanzania will be watching this series closely because they know the Canadians from the Americas region will be in their building in the beautiful city of Dar es Salaam in just a couple of days' time for more action. And for Canada, it's about continuing to tick those KPI boxes. A beautiful hit down to the sweeper by Janet Mbabazi. Lavia Teresa doing the cleanup job, looking so sharp with that blondie look.
Babazi Janet, they are rocking back just a little to ensure that she can beat the gap there between Indomati and Kaur, the captain, to play it all the way down to the boundary, but only taking just a single.
Big cut, powerfully cut by Esther Iloku. Does it get the boundary? Oh yes, first boundary for her in the series. It comes on the final day of the series, but will be welcome side there for the team Uganda dugout, especially the coaches who have kept faith in her.
In your frame there, Esther Iloku rocking back and powerfully cutting that all the way down, racing to the boundary, getting Team Uganda much needed 4 runs.
Little Tico there, turning it around the corner like a bus driver for another single. Esther Iloku here trying to make hay while the sun still shines. It's the way you play the game.
Playing it around her pads just to ensure that there's a small nudge to get an extra single. And at the end of the second over, Uganda are 11 for no loss. In your frame there, Esther Iloku powerfully cutting it all the way, racing all the way to the boundary. That definitely builds her confidence as a top order bat that has been looking for runs in this Victoria series. From the Ginger Road end side, over is done, and then from KFC, Vandana back in strike.
Vandana Mahajan always operates up front with 2 quick overs, and then she comes back with 2 at the back end. Season campaigner for these Canadians. You will see a lot more of these girls, the Canadians. She'll be on the circuit for some good time, earning the stripes for the Maple Leafs. Tight lines from Vandana. A little hint of swing from her. Swinging into the right under.
Vandana Mahajan has been a dependable bowler for the Canadian team. Has delivered when being asked to by her captain, Kaur. Esther Iloku plays 1-2, the point region, with a bit of a fumble there, enabling them to take 2. And I like Esther's energy this morning.
Talk about the energy. You just plucked that one out of my mouth, because I'm going to tell you, every time Esther Iloku has come out to bat in the previous innings, she's looked like she's not in the mood. She's looked like she's cutting a fallen figure. There was a scowl on her face the other day. It could have boiled a cup of tea. But today she comes out and the energy levels are good. And that tells you, if the coaches continue to believe and trust the player, they'll get as many runs for you as they can. And that is an electric throw, but there's a chance for a second. And Mbabazi and Iloku will pick up every crumb on the plate and hog it. They get to there.
Not exactly like a Chin Pereira. It was a wild throw. Not direct to the keeper. Missing out on the run-out opportunity, but granting the Ugandans an extra run because of that misfield.
Half tracker will be wide, as will be indicated by the both umpires, James Bamlese at square leg and Mr. Eric Wandera, the main umpire, standing through from the KFC end. And she's been bowling like that. She bowls a mixed bag, a bumper, a slower, a half tracker, because she's a bowler who tries to pick wickets up front. And for me, she mastered the art of pace bowling. You don't be predictable. You don't bowl the same deliveries each passing time. Chance. Esther Iloku perishes there. It wasn't a free hit, but what a catch there she's taken. Indomate Godial making sure Esther Iloku's innings does come to an end. She was looking in the groove, already 12 from 12, but she falls on the 13th ball that she faces. And I can tell you what, hard luck to her, but it's Canada that will celebrate a big scalp here in Esther, who was looking good for man.
In your frame there, pulls it slightly outside. Esther plays it with good energy, but it only ends up in the safe hands of Indomati Godial. Quite an easy catch there to take, but the energy with which it came, Godial was able to keep it in the hands, sending Esther back. For the Victoria Pals, in walks Natsui Immaculate, has been blasting for the Victoria Pals, scoring ones. Match day 2, we saw her take the Player of the Match award. Joining her captain Babazi Janet to steer the Victoria Pals onto what should be a reasonable batting total.
Full and straight, Nakisui with a very good technique there up front there, just giving it a full face. It's the end of the over. Those graphics will be put right, because Esther Iloku already dismissed their good catch taken in the covers by Indomati. That's how she perished, creating room for her on the leg side, trying to muscle it through the covers. She could only hit it straight into the hands of Indomati, who held on to a very good catch there. Looked like it was moving quickly, but she was up to the task. 12 of 13 is what Esther Iloku scores today. She doesn't die wondering. She dies trying to do something. And Immaculate right there in your frame, the new batter in. 3 overs gone. 15 for no loss. Uganda. Edged final. Janet Mbaba's here riding her luck. I said 15 for no loss, but it's 15 for 1. And look at that. Is there a chance for a run out? No, she gets to a fortuitous pair of runs for Janet Mbabazi.
Innocent, after Mbabazi loses her partner, her opening partner, Esther, seems a bit unstable. Hence that edge. Very lucky one. Gliding down all the way, enabling them to take 2. Rajput delivering another one very straight to Mbabazi. She plays it back to her. Innocent were told, ball comes straight, you play it straight back.
Listening to the former captain of the Victoria Pals, they are bringing all the way to the comms box this morning. And she's saying things that should be basics for anyone watching. Don't try to be a little too clever when batting. She goes this time round, Gang-Ho style. Doesn't carry, but the trap has been set for her. Every time she tries to hoik that one over mid-wicket region, she will be in a lot of trouble. And that's a brave shot for me. But like we say, power is nothing without control. Krima Kapadia patrolling the boundary at the mid-wicket region.
Innocent, I would like to give flowers to Captain Kaur, because she has noticed Janice has that shot So she sent Krima down there. Didn't execute on game one. Set her up. Execution was not completed, but it shows that she has noticed that she has that shot down to the mid-wicket region, deep mid-wicket. Tried to create the chance, though it wasn't completed, but it shows me that she has been able to study the opening batters or to study her fellow captain.
This time round, she goes finer, and that one could race away to the boundary, or does it? Emphatic effort on the boundary ropes there, but it's 4 runs to the total. Beautiful shot and very well played. Uganda continuing here to get early runs in the power play. They would like to build a firm foundation, a solid platform for them to get many in the power play. They've been guilty of getting just less than 27. If I do remember correctly, 27 is the highest score for Uganda in the power play. And today they look like they want to motor on and get much more.
Krima Kapadia there, having let the earlier one drop in front of her. She's had to chase one played still by Mbabazi all the way to the boundary. But the captain sent someone down to square leg to ensure that that area is also protected.
Little touch and go. That is delicate, a deft touch from Janet Mbabazi, who's continuing to produce the fruits from what Esther Eloku did early on. And Rabijot Rajput is at 2 overs have gone for 16 runs. Mbabazi motoring on to 10 from 8, make that 11 from 9. And the score is 25 for 1 after 4 overs. First time in the series, Vandana Mahajan will bowl 3 on the trot because they need runs here. Good call, I tell you, between the two. Janet Mbaba is almost selling her sister Immaculate down the river for cheap, but the call from Immaculate was sharp, saying, no, hold your horses, wait a bit. Vandana Mahajan coming through with the third. She's been bowling 2 up front and 2 at the back end. This time round, she comes through with 2 quick fire ones. Trying to flick that one. Janet Mbabazi playing cat and mouse with the keeper. Keeper Srishti Raha. She's been changing the keeping gloves with Habiba Badar. Today it's her chance to keep the wickets, and she's meaning business right behind there.
Innocent, in the earlier games, we saw quite a couple of runs being taken just round the pad. And this time the Canadian fielders look more alert and are very certain that there's a possibility of a run out for balls played just round the pad a little.
That is a good drive there, Tiffany Thorpe. Tiffany there showing all the footwork. Barbados-born Tiffany Thorpe there, bring all the skills from the West Indies to the party here in Kampala. Full toss from Immaculate Nakisui. Good hands there. She's been a guilty party. Immaculate has not lost the wicket because the bowling has been better than what she can do, but she's always lost the wicket against run of play, falling to short balls, falling to full tosses. This time around, I like how she guides it to the onside for a quick single.
Playing that on drive very well, looking very comfortable.
This is straight as a die. And that will be a boundary. Oh yes, Mbaba's there peppering the side screen. That's a beautiful shot to see.
Very well played there by Mbabazi. Starting to build their innings with Natsui Immaculate in the replay there. Playing her front foot there, moving it and playing it just to the right hand side of the bowler, who is not able to get to it, and it races down all the way to the boundary.
Tiffany Thorpe, they are unable to cut that one off. Uganda will be happy with what they're doing today in the middle. The wicket is fallen, but it's all right. The coach is always preaching T20 cricket. It's okay to lose the wickets if you have runs on board. We've seen how Uganda have been rebuilding the last innings there. The vice captain holding fort. Short ball, as predicted by one of the commentators whose voices you'll be listening later on, tells you that they always don't want to come a little too close when they are hit down the ground. But it's Uganda continuing to make hay here in the power play. 5 overs gone now. Mbabazi on 17, playing the aggressor's role. Immaculate Nakisui, the assessor, on 2. And the score is 32-1 after 5.
Coming in from the Ginger Road end, it's been a bowling change there. Change in the bowling. Indomati, the dependable Indomati Godiel, comes into the bowling attack. Been very brilliant out there in the field with the ball, scoring some runs for Canada. But this morning, the captain has asked her to deliver her first. She's the 6th over for the power play. Starting it off with 2 dot balls. Very tidy bowling here by Indomati.
Indomati Godial John. Another who's played for the West Indian women. She's 40 years old. Hard to tell. Born in Guyana. Me and you now were in Guyana. And she's showing all her experience and bringing it to the party. They are bowling with some real good right arm off break. She's also a coach back in Canada. She tells you of her expertise. She made her debut for the West Indies as an 18-year-old when the West Indies toured Holland and made their way all the way to the World Cup. She was part of that squad. So she's not here by mistake. Indomati Godial John, earning all the stripes and being very, very fruitful for her side and industrious.
With just a single taken, bowling her last, defending that. And in the 6th over, Uganda are only able to get 1. At the end of the power play, Uganda are 33 for the loss of 1.
Power play done, sights and sound. Early service is done in Kampala. The Asian community are the early birds in Lugogo, catching the action from the Copper Chimney restaurant. It's not yet lunchtime. But at the end of the power play, there will be a change in the comms box. The princess will leave the prince alone for now. And in will come from the breed of Fort Porto. Here is your man, Fortune Alijona. Good morning, sir. How do you like it today on a Sunday morning?
Yeah, good morning, Ndaola. Given that the sun is up and it's a beautiful day of cricket, and it's the last day for this Victoria series, I'd love to see Canada coming up, at least putting in a fight, given that they have tried so many times, but they have failed so many times. They have tried, but this is the only chance that they have to put up their hand and maybe try and make sure and get 1 win out of the 5.
Teresa Lavia Shot number 58. 59, I beg your pardon. Coming through to bowl her first from the KFC end. Replacing Vandana Mahajan. Full toss there again. Mbabazi negating any spin on it. Uganda, of course, caught in a little strife there. The runs have not been flowing the last 10 balls.
Yeah, courtesy of the two spinners that have come in for Canada, that is Indomati and Lavia, really doing a good job for their team. And you can clearly see that Janet is desperate of getting off straight. There comes the unorthodox shot, trying to go for the reverse sweep. That's an indication of pressure mounting.
The shot was on, and if Davis Karashani was here in the comms box, should have said, yeah, I like the innovation. She goes for it again. This time round, there is baton to it. The appeals are coming through thick and fast. The desperation continuing to show on the two Ugandan batters' faces. They go to 30, is arguably their highest score in the power play early on, but they've been stuck in the 30s because last over they only got 1 run. So by 5 overs, they had 32, but they got 1 run in the last over, and this is now 5 dot balls from Lavia Terisha. Full toss, again no run. Beautiful maiden up front there from Lavia Teresa, the 36-year-old Canadian.
Speaking of the age, Daula, I get a feeling that there are many of experienced players in the Canadian side. The previous bowler, Domati, was 40, and now another one, 36, Lavia. But looking at their faces, you couldn't say that they are that many years old. But leaving that aside, 2 overs have been really good for their side, and you can see the desperation in the Ugandan's captain's face, trying to make sure that maybe she does something better. You don't need to concede a maiden, especially in the T20.
Yeah, get the singles ticking. Give it a full face, nudge it around. They're not bowling grenades. And here is the 40-year-old Indomati. Chance to run, they go. Chance for a run out. The throw could have left her in a lot of trouble. Mbabazi almost gave up in completing the single. But fortune does favor the brave. She answered the call from Immaculate, and they went off running.
Really fortunate for Janet there to have not been gotten out. Had the throw been direct, we would have seen it the other way around. Now, Janet, who last conceded a maiden, has to come and face the leg spinner.
Full face, forward drill down the ground to Teresa Lavia. Bought a very beautiful maiden. The last over, 36-year-old who's played for St. Vincent and the Grenadine women, also from the West Indies. Tells you the relationship between Canada and the West Indies. Seen a lot of West Indians play for Canada. Lawson, Jeremy Gordon, the pace bowlers. And a couple of Ugandans also earning their stripes for the Canadian men. In Henry Osinde and Kenneth Kamyuka, arguably some of the best talents this nation has produced. And we have a couple of more there still playing in their local leagues, including Ahmed Yakub, who I hope one day can return and win some colors for Uganda. Cut very hard, but nowhere. Electric fielding from the Canadian women, and that's a fantastic stop right there at point from Achin Pereira, the opening batter.
Yes, still going back to the run out that almost in their favor. I get a feeling that there has been lack of consistency, given that they have played for over 9 days. You get that there comes a time when your body breaks down. You can't keep fit throughout the 9 days. I think it's the lapse in the way how Canadians have fielded today. We've seen so many misfields, overthrows. I think that's what I can call to be the problem.
Mbabazi goes to the cow corner region. There is Tiffany Thorpe, the Barbados born, giving up in the chase. A boundary against the run of play. Mbabazi, of course, deciding early that I'll go for that vacant region. And well, she gets the desired reward. A shot of intent, a shot full of bravery.
Yeah, a little bit short outside off that gave her the leverage to extend her arms, open up her arms, and hit it on the onside. She has nothing to lose given that the ball is outside her wickets. She gives it all her best.
First over was tight from her. Captain Amar Parkar says, please do come through for over number 2. Let's see what you can do from the KFC end. Here's Teresa Lavia. Full face, very well drilled down the ground to the onside by Immaculate Nakisuyu, who is taking it easy in her innings today. Happy to be watchful and see and wait when to pounce.
I love the way how Immaculate has played. She hasn't looked to take so many balls. She's just looked to rotate the strike, knowing that the captain has already set herself up into the game. So you don't have to face so many balls. You just have to let her play. That's good idea and good awareness from Immaculate.
Full and straight there. Of course, Lavia being very bright, trying to rush her up through her innings, but she opts to give it a full face. Another beautiful punch, but not beating the bowler. 2 balls left in the over. First over was a maiden. This over she's getting 2 so far. What does Immaculate think now? She's got 5 from 11. This time round she pierces the gap on the offside and she continues to milk the very experienced spinner, the 36-year-old, for a single there.
I love the way how Teresa is bowling. She's not looking to grip the ball. She's just looking to dart the balls straight to the stumps. And when you do any mistake, you just don't get away with it. That's the easy thing that she has managed to do so consistently. 3 runs from that over for 3 for 1.
Must be a big cultural party going to be happening right up there at the copper chimney. The music coming through, blaring through the speakers, tells you the mood. And the balloons add the gloss to the party. The youngsters already in the building there, killing 2 birds with 1 stone, enjoying the party and then catching the cricket. Priceless stuff. There will be a change in the bowling. Tiffany Thorpe, Barbados born, has been used sparingly in this series, will be coming through. She's been bowling at least an over every game. And full of energy. Let's see what she can do here. Shot number 11. Starts with a dot ball.
I was caught up by that. Looking at the action, I really loved it. I almost caught you short of your words. Sorry about that. But I love the action. Brilliant energy. I wondered why she wasn't playing so often. And again coming into bat late.
The other day she came into bat at number 11. I don't know what. That left me a little bit puzzled on match day number 4. And she came through and then she played out just a dot ball. The penultimate ball of the innings. And got 1. She wasn't bothered at all with whatever was going all around her. Babazi goes for a brave one over the top. They are trying to milk more runs, but you can only get runs if you try to be innovative. And she'll come back through for the second. Janet Mbabazi motoring on here for Uganda, scoring at least half of the runs that Uganda does have at the moment.
I really won't tell you how many times I've seen Immaculate play a shot so off her body, especially all her boundaries have been gotten behind square. It shows you that she's great on the body. She wanted to do exactly with that delivery.
This is high up in the air. Who wants that? There is Lavia, and she takes a very good catch there. Not at the first time of asking, but at the second time of asking. That is bravery in the field. will almost take the sun hat off her. She lost the sun hat halfway, but completed a very good catch. And Mbabazi is trying to play here the enforcer's role. Perishes for 26 of 31.
Really brilliant catch there from Lavia. Look at the replay there. Whitish outside off. Has a long way to drag that ball to the onside. But the catch was the one that was really brilliant. Coming to run all the way from the boundary on full throat. And not just retarding but continuing running until the catch is completed. Beautiful taking there by Lavia. But what a way to pick up your first wicket in the tournament. That is Thope. And she was really excited for her wicket. In comes Rita Msamali. A lady who has reached a landmark of 1,500 runs, international T20 runs. What a landmark she has achieved.
High score of 103 for the 26-year-old Rita Msamali, captain, vice captain of the Victoria Pals. And for me, what I like most here, she's taken a lot of responsibility in this particular series, coming back to show us her bowling power. And Tiffany Thorpe with a wicket. She will be happy. She's managed to pick up one finally. Msamali cramped for room with the first delivery. Tiffany Thorpe, of course, also born in Barbados, like I've been saying. And she's 33 years old. Shows you the experience in this Canadian outfit. All good stuff. Bring all this experience to the party. Half tracker, Msamali hits it past the fielder, and the effort down the line not good enough. She plays second fiddle in the chase, and it's a boundary that Msamali gets to get off the mark and break her shackles forthwith.
Not the best from Thope there. Guilty for bowling it down, sliding almost down the leg. But Msamali was always waiting for that. Kept her posture, just carried it past the short fin leg fielder there, and picked up her first boundary. Such an expensive over it has been, but mixed up with the wicket, picking up 7 runs and the wicket. I feel it was either way for Uganda and for Canada as well. But 50 runs after 10 overs. Uganda doing a brilliant job.
I say Uganda slowed down a bit because they had 32 runs in 5 overs. So the next 5 overs, it is Canada that have been on the top of things, dictating the pace, making sure Uganda only score 18 runs in the next 5 overs. Yeah, credit to them. And you have to give it to the 2 spinners who have tightened the noose in Teresa Lavia and the experienced Indomati Godial John. Nakisui is still out there grinding. 7 from 14, a strike rate of 50. Very good shot from Nakisui, who is trying to play everything with a straight bat. Gets a single there. It's the skipper, Amapal Kerr, that comes through to bowl from the Ginger Road end. I beg your pardon, from the KFC end to replace Teresa Lavia.
Oh, too full, but bit of a fumble there, and will get Msamali off strike. I get a feeling that it was direct to Lavia there. Does it really have to be Lavia in extra covers? But really guilty for poor fielding and allowing Uganda to rotate strike, bringing Msamali rather immaculate on strike, who looks to be more composed of the two.
Again, this one here, because they are sitting back at the 30-yard, playing it a little rounder with the full face again. Nakisui continuing to get the singles here. And the singles are gold dust for me when it comes to T20 cricket.
Yeah, you just cancel out the dot balls. And the other singles, you manage to control the innings because there will be a node boundary that will come your way. And that's what Uganda is trying to do.
It's the full face now. More runs on offer. And any laps in the fielding, you'll see Musamali getting onto her bike and running through for the second because she's a willing runner between the wickets.
Talking of running between the wickets, both the two batters, Rita and Immaculate, are all quick off their foot.
Again, they are half tracker from Amapa. They look around if they can take a second. But what a fielding show here. Rabijot Rajput has put on, looking so cool behind the shades. She cuts it off to just one. And the over is done and dusted. Over number 11 gone. 5 runs from the over for Uganda. And the score is 55 for 2.
Much fit. Not really upping up her strike rate, scoring 10 from 17. You get a feeling that she has gone easy on things, played softly.
Trying to cut that one. They are not sizing it down nicely in Market Nakisui as Tiffany Thorpe gets the reward of coming through for another over because she's bowled very well the first one. That's the Ugandan dugout. Easter Iloku looked like a good for money today. Tino Sarah in your frame there. And Amuge with 2 sun hats. Full face. Yes, she wants to run. No chance for a run out because the throw was not very good. And there is a chance for the second. Nakisui will come back quickly. She would like to score as many runs. Boy and oh boy, does she love the runs as well.
Yeah, good running between the two. I get a sense that Canada won't do that. We've seen them play all through the 4 innings, but their running has been alarming. But to see where Immaculate ran the second from, she had almost... Oh my word, still in the action of the run, but she won't be lucky with that. She has to depart for only 12 runs.
12 off 20 for Nakisui, the 27-year-old. She goes swinging so hard for the heavens for that one. And Uganda lose a wicket against the run of play. She was looking good, but the first shot she plays out of anger is her demise.
Look at where she wanted to hit that ball from. All the way outside the off stump. But good movement from Thorpe. Getting it to move outside the right-hander, away from her. After the bounce, that was really good delivery from Thorpe. But what a wicket for Immaculate Fall. And Canada are seeing some smiles on their faces. But in comes Nampina at number 5 for Uganda. She hasn't also been lucrative with the runs.
Because Stefan Nampina, the latest entrant into that elite club of 1,000 T20 runs, T20I runs, WT20I runs. For Uganda, she's now on 1,036 runs, a high score of 51. She scored that 50 as Uganda jumped out of the jaws of defeat against Tanzania during that 2023 qualifier. She goes first up front there, trying to bisect the two fielders at point and gully point. They'll be running back quickly. Another happy runner between the wickets and a child friend of the lady at the non-strikers end in Musamali. Her innings is underway, and these two will go a long way in dictating or determining how many runs Uganda will add to the total.
Rita Musamali previous game scored 46 not out. What a knock it was from her side, given that Uganda was scrambling at 32 for 3, and she came in and steadied the game for her side, and it's what she's trying to do even at the moment, given that she still has partnership. Even Stefan herself did a great job in that game that Uganda scored 114.
Touch and go, but lapse in the fielding there again. Don't run off a misfield. Achini Pereira in that region. Uganda stuck on 59. The runs haven't flown since over number 5. 59 for 3 after 12, and that's the dismissal of Nakisui trying to go for a wild slog outside of stump. Ended up fishing and being caught by a big hook of Tiffany.
One interesting thing is the way how she rolled her fingers around the ball to get that ball deflect off the surface after it bounces. But after 12 of us, there'll be change in commentary box as Innocent Ndaula takes a break and in comes the princess. I would love to know why you've been called princess by Ndaula. Please take me through, Naomi.
So princess is a title in Buganda for a daughter of a king. Hence princess or Mombeja. But away from that, glad to be back. I left at 6 overs. After the power play, the runs were somewhere close to 33. And in the last 6, Uganda have attempted to add on another 30. Just now, the scoring rate has dropped slightly. But I'm certain that we'll have a good day of cricket today, match day 5.
Yeah, it has been a trend for Canada. They've managed to control the middle overs, but when it comes to the deep end, they tend to not hold their nerves and complete the good work that they start.
Captain Kaur, bowling from the KFC side, delivers a straight, quick one to Stephanie, who rocks back, playing it on her back foot. Another delivery there, going slightly wide, but Stephanie doesn't put any wood to it.
Yeah, I love the idea that she's trying to pull it weight away from Stephanie, who has just walked in, and her feet is are not moving that close at the ball. She hasn't set herself in, and again the idea that she's using 3 boundary raiders on the onside, and trying to make some adjustment there to set the deep extra covers in the rather deep mid wickets in the perfect position.
Captain Kaur brilliantly bowling. She's been quite watchful. Has been able to study the Ugandan batters very early and tried to set them up. Some of the setups have been successful, others have not. But throughout these 5 match days, she's been able to improve in the field setup, knowing how to place which fielders. Some have come with bonuses. Fortunate.
So what a good over it has been for the captain, only conceding 1 from that over, but the whole total is 6 from the 2 overs that she bowled. Tifa Thope is the bowler from the Ginger Road end, who has had a decent spell, picking 2 wickets, and those wickets have been for Captain Uganda and for Immaculate. I get a feeling that she has done a decent job for her team.
Bowling it straight. Stephanie is able to try and manipulate it, but doesn't get successful because the fielder there at point is very alert. But Tiffany will be very happy that in match day 5 she picked what would arguably be the heaviest wickets. Stephanie slog sweeps down one to square leg, deep square leg, racing all the way with a misfield there, racing all the way to the boundary. Stephanie very comfortable with that shot.
Yeah, it's a good shot, but it wouldn't have gone for 4 had the fielder put in much effort. Look at that, sliding down towards the leg. And what she does do is not overhit the ball, but just get a tap on it. But poor fielding there by the Canadian fielder, Kapadia, who just puts on only one hand and trying to pick up that ball. In the end, results into a boundary that would have been prevented. Much deserved boundary for Uganda at the moment where they are at 60-3 after 13.3 overs. That will really affect Kenya's economy.
The faster you come, the faster you go. Thorpe delivering a quick one into Stephanie's pads, who now looks comfortable, playing it down to deep square leg, adding a single onto the Ugandan score.
Oh boy. Another one misfield there from Canada. But one thing that I've loved from Thorpe is the lane that she's hitting. I haven't seen any shot played off the front foot for Thorpe. That means she's hitting a decent lane, and it has been troublesome for Ugandan batters.
Stephanie there, playing one through point and gully region. And with the running between wickets, between Rita and Stephanie, they are able to take two, starting to add on to the Ugandan total, but also upping the scoring rate. At the end of the 14th over, Uganda are 69 for the loss of 3 wickets.
Yeah, the current run rate being 4.9. Again, that's the replay in your frame. Ali 2 full this time round. I think she's trying to go for the stumps, but the batter is really doing a great job opening up the face of the bat to dissect those two fielders at point and gully and getting those 2 runs. Much respect and good shot to watch from Stefan.
From the KFC side, Indomati is asked to deliver an over from that side. We saw her earlier coming from Ginger Road end. She gives it a bit of flight to Musamali, who comfortably plays it down to the long on region, casually taking their single there.
Yeah, that would be good for Uganda if they manage to play out this spell and make sure that they don't lose a wicket up to the 16th over. They can do the heavy hitting in the end, where they still have so many wickets in hand. The likes of Kevin Awino, Postcovi Alako, so many big hitters still in the dugout for Uganda. It's only the job for these 2 batters to just hold their nerves a little bit longer and play out the 2 other overs to come.
The partnership of Rita Musamali and Stephanie Nampina always comes through when the Victoria Pals are in a bit of problems. In 2023, they had the qualifier against Tanzania. They were able to hold fort for Team Uganda. And we now see them here in the Victoria Series 2025, running hard between wickets, communicating fairly well, scoring and piling runs for Team Uganda, putting them in a better and a more comfortable position.
They have been good friends for so long, given that they went through the same high school, that is Ginger Aces. So they have been long-term friends, so they know themselves so well, and that's the reason as why they are so comfortable, and the communication is paramount for them. It's very vivid that they don't give out risky runs.
Indomati bringing an end to the 15th over. And at the end of 15, Uganda are 73 for the loss of 3 wickets. Fortunate just a bit about the Victoria Series. This is the 3rd edition. And this edition is the first that has been a bilateral. But before we get there, partnership here of Rita and Stephanie, 16-run partnership of 21 balls. Musamali contributing 12. and Stephanie contributing 10, steadying the Ugandan ship here. So the Victoria Series have been an interesting platform for women's cricket in Uganda to showcase the progress over time. First edition was in 2019. We had an edition in 2023, and the 2025 edition is also here, giving the umpires a platform to umpire in T20Is, giving the players more time to play games, T20Is, and getting the whole significance of such a series here in Uganda.
Bro, say there from Naomi, who knows a lot about cricket, especially when it comes to the female cricket. But there will be bowling change. The captain comes from the Ginger Road side, given that she bowled her last over from the KFC end, and it was a good over, only going for 5 runs. Now start straight away with a single, but a dot ball to continue with. That would be better, but brilliant job done by Indomati at covers there to stop it from going through. Maybe it would have gone for 4 or more.
Captain Kaur putting her body behind the ball just to ensure that she defends her ball. But Indomati has also been brilliant in the field in this Victoria Series. Classic display of dives, very quick throws to the keeper, tempting to pick run-outs. Sometimes putting the Ugandan batters on pressure. This time around, they're only able to pick a single. And the captain continues to be a dependable player for her team also.
Yeah, one thing that I've loved about Rita is how she has played the ball late, especially the balls that outside her stop, outside her eye lane. She's waited for Rita and played it behind square or behind point. That's how late or patient she can be, especially when it comes to getting those singles or getting the doubles. She has done it so quite often this game, and we're yet to see all the other this time round back on the back foot, but won't get it past the mid-wicket fielder there. But a good shot from Stefan, picking up the short ball in the first place.
And at the end of the 16th over, Uganda are 75 for the loss of 3 wickets.
Looking at the one there, Uganda having a trajectory that seems so nice, given that there have been ups and downs, but at the moment they are steadily going up. 4 overs left, and it will be Lavia's turn to come and bowl her her 4th. But with 4 more overs to go, there will be changes in Combs' box as Innocent Ndaula returns from the break. Like he asked Naomi that why is she being called princess. Now you have to do the same and ask Ndaula, are you also a son to a king to be called prince?
I wish I could answer that, but not now. But I'll tell you one thing is I know is I'm a prince. I could be next in line, and you're lucky to be amidst royalty. Yeah. And we hope you allege your loyalty to us, the royals.
I pledge my loyalty to you, sir.
Very well said. Going for a wild slog there. Nampina not trying to waste chances here. Terisha Lavia bowled 2 fine overs for just 4 runs. Canada today have squeezed, stifled and strangled Uganda with the ball. Look at this. Straight and full. She goes there, living dangerously. She survives because it was drifting down the line, yeah?
She just gets that late movement of the ball by using the finger, just pushing the finger at the point of delivery, And that's the reason as to why her balls have got it the nip, not even the turn, but the drift. And it has really worked for her. Innocent, if I'm to ask you to pick 3 outstanding players from each side, Uganda and Canada, who will be on your list?
I'll tell you, it will be very easy for me. Teresa Lavia with the ball, Amapal Kaul with the bat for Canada, and Indomati Goldial. But how about Vandana Mahajan? Allow me 4.
It's only restricted to 3.
Good shot, very good shot there for Mosamali, but they only get 1 again. That's how good Canada have been in the field today. Tiffany Thorpe doing a clean-up job. You ask me for 3. I tell you what, allow me a 12th woman and allow me a 4th. Have one of those as the 4th best player from Team Canada for what they've been able to do today. And look at how tight they have kept things on a wicket that is looking like it's weary. 78 for 3 in 17. And if I can rewind the tape for you and remind you, as is some of the action from the tennis club here, the youngsters come out to play on a Sunday. A backhand there, but that won't be a backhand winner. It's too soft. Uganda, we are 32 in 5 overs. If you do the mathematics, 78 minus 32, you'll get 46. So Uganda have scored 46 runs in the next 12 overs. Fibo, if you ask me again.
Really?
Samari goes. This time round, there is a sweeper in cow corner. They will only get 1. That has been her go-to shot, and she scored so many runs off that shot. This time round, the Canadians say, we'll have protection there. You won't be getting freebies.
And sure enough, the single won't hurt Canada at the moment, given that Uganda have to get boundaries. But my question is, it's the 18th over, and you have 2 spinners, rather 2 more pace bowlers. Is it the right call for the captain to come in and bowl the 18th over when you still have Vandana left with 1 and the other bowler Mandana bowled with in the power play also having 2 overs?
Look at how they have fielded today, Canada. And I tell you what, the captain is only bowling because look at her figures. 9 for 9 in 3.2. Those are figures made in heaven. That's priceless stuff. You don't buy this in a supermarket. And they have done very well. Teresa Lavia, Godial, Indomati. It's in the air. It doesn't carry again. She's denied it any air. Just been bowling some few darts there. And that's the reason she's bowling. If her 4 overs as a spinner, as a captain, have only gone for less than 20, then she's done a good job. Because she's asking Uganda to improvise and continue to work hard. Can see how they've kept things tight. Uganda only getting to 80 now. Scoring 47 runs in the next 13 overs. That is tight stuff.
And that has been courtesy of the spinners for Canada. They have really done a brilliant job. So giving them a chance. She
goes airborne. She won't go over the fielder. Nampina will fall because she was trying to force the pace. Krima Kapadia is the catcher as Uganda lose their 4th. Not a lot of time, a lot of deliveries to play, and the surface has been hard to bat on for Uganda. But what a good workout here for the Canadians. They started by licking runs up front, but they have gone on to do very well and very good. And with their bowling, they give themselves a chance to do better with each coming days.
Look at this time round. She knows that all the Ugandan batters, Ritam Samali and Stefan, are trying to go on the onside. This time round, bowls it full, played it up in the air, but this time round, outside off, way far outside off. And the field at point there, just number 37, rather 63, Kapadia completing the catch. An easy catch. Good setup for the captain there. That's the Ugandan dugout. Prepare the bowlers. I see them putting on their specs. I think they're getting a sense that we cannot come in and bat, but we are going into fight and defend the runs that we have scored.
Penultimate over coming through, and guess what? The spinners will continue to run the traffic on a beautiful trafficless Kampala morning. Teresa Lavia with her last over. Look at the figures for Amapar Kar. 1 for 11 in 4. And look at the figures of Teresa. We were talking about the pace bowlers to come back, but the captain knows how we... and she says the spinners will run this till the end. 2 dot balls. Good stuff. Uganda stuck in the 80s now.
And again, looking at the way how she's bowling and the way how she has set her field, having a deep extra covers, long off, long on, and deep mid wickets, tells you that she's going to bowl it full and maybe outside off. And if you're going to hit it, you will hit it to her fielders where she needs them exactly to be. And she has worked that very well, only conceding one so far in these 3 balls that he has bowled.
Alako with a beautiful punch of the back foot there. Good technique from her to get off the mark immediately. Uganda won't get the highest number of runs on a day they scored the highest number of runs in their power play. They won't get the highest in their innings because the bowling show from the Canadians has been superb. Samali going on one knee. And there's a lapse in the fielding there. Uganda will scamper through for a quick swing off a misfield. They'll take everything that there is on offer.
How many times have we seen that in this game? Surprisingly, this time round, Alako had even planted everything in her crease and already had stopped running. But the throw wasn't intended to be thrown. And it wasn't really required at that moment.
Chance to run there for again. Alako hits it back to the bowler hard. They're coming back for the second batter. Alako is told to stay put. Musamari there being overzealous, but saying it's all right, stay there. And what a show from the Canadians. They'll a few low fives from the 2 fielders for the effort there. Godial and Teresa Lavia, who's bought a fine spell. None for 10 in 4. These are figures I would take any day. If these are figures would have given Teresa Lavia before the beginning of the match, she would have taken them and some more. 85 for Uganda after losing 4 wickets in the 19th. Final over coming up.
Looking at this score, rather bowling chart for Teresa, bowling 4 overs and only conceding 10 runs, reminds me of the Australian game between India and Australia where Hazelwood had to bowl 10 overs and concede only 29 runs with no wicket picked, but with 2 maidens. So you see that and call it, maybe she wasn't lucky, but it was really a decent display from her.
More than decent, if you ask me. Those figures do speak of a real good, potent weapon in the Canadian ranks. Indomati with the final over here. Alako hitting the sweeper where Tiffany Thorpe is. Good clean-up job from Tiffany. As Indomati, who's also bowled very well the spinners on a wicket that has been wary because we've used the same wicket over the whole course of the tournament, continuing to run the traffic well.
I like the fact that the captain has entrusted Indomati to bowl the last over, given that she's bowling leg breaks. And it's easy to put away, especially when the ball is turning away from the right-handers. Other than the captain herself to come in and bowling the off breaks, it's easy for her to be put away, especially in the last over. But entrusting the leg spinner, that was really brilliant to see from the captain.
Musamal into the 20s. Here is Alako going downtown. Does she get the full blow? Yes, it's the one bounce to the side screen. A boundary that Uganda will savor.
Much needed boundary there from Alako. This time round, advancing down the track and hitting it straight as you might like it. And those 2 fielders trying to save the ball but couldn't get anywhere near it.
Alako goes this time round to the mid-wicket region. Is it a chance for a catch? Yes. She holds on but steps out of the boundary. It is 6 runs. Alako's power on show here. That hit pushing the fielder out of the boundary. Guilty party. Achin Pereira. It's a maximum. Alaka has been getting the sixes. Even in the last game, she got a 6 of the last ball of the over of the innings. This is how she got it, shuffling across the stumps and going downtown there. Alako again now trying to tear the cover of the ball. Evasive action from her. A quick apologies from Indomati Godial John.
Back to the 6. Massive hit there.
There you are.
Oh, she wasn't aware of the boundary and stepped on the boundary rope when the ball was in her hands.
Trust Alako to go downtown for the last ball of the innings. Uganda on 97. Alako goes. Does she get the 4 runs? It races away for 4, and Alako once again does the magic for Uganda with her lasty blows at the very end of the boundary as Uganda cross the 100-run mark. 101 is how it all ends. There is the shot again for you.
16 runs picked in the last over. That's where you come and ask yourself, was it a right call? Would I have done better? When you had everything in your control and again being expensive in the end. But that would be it for Uganda, whose inning was really beautiful, not having lost so many wickets, but managed to keep silent in the middle, fight for every ball that came their way, and ending to 101.
This is the batting card of the Ugandans. The skipper led from the front, Janet Mbabazi. 26 from 31, a healthy strike rate. Esther Iloku was in the mood today. 12 from 13, striking it at over 90 before she got caught by Indomati of the bowling of Vandana Mahajan in Makenla Kisui, getting into the teens. 12 for her today of 20, falling after going for a wild slog. But Musamali unbeaten again today, 46 the other day, 20 today from 28. Nampina as well getting past 10. Every Ugandan batter scoring more than 10 today. And Proskovia Lako with a beautiful late cameo, 17 from 7, hitting 16 runs in the last over, bowled by the spinner Indomati Godial. Look at those figures of Indomati. 16 runs she's gone for in the last over. You remove those 16, she had gone for just 12 runs in 3 overs. Still good figures, 0 for 28. That the wickets were taken by Tiffany Thorpe. Today bowling more than 1 and picking up 2 for 20. 1 for 11 for the skipper Amar Parkar in 4 overs and 1 for 16 for Vandana Mahajan. But look at that bowling spell from Terisha Lavia. None for 10 in 4 overs. Do enjoy those big hits. The lasty blows from Alako as she wrapped up the Ugandan innings, being very innovative with her hitting, and that is the 6 she got. Unfortunate for Achin Pereira not knowing where the boundary was, but look at that one as they went to the side screen to break her shackles. Alako up front in the innings as Nampina fell all over. Krima Kapadia with a good catch, and Terisha Lavia there with a 4 cheers appeal for leg before wicket. That's the wicket that Tiffany Thorpe got of Immaculate Nakisui, and Musamali got off a mark like that with one that was straying down the leg, and Mbabazi going downtown trying to look for another boundary. She hauled out to Terisha Lavia. That's the big shots that you've seen through in the innings as Uganda have fought against all the odds to make sure they reach 100. The last dismissal was how Esther Iloku fell trying to tear the curve of the ball, only finding the hands of the captain. Beautiful sights and sounds of the beautiful Kampala on a calm Sunday morning. We'll take a break, and when we come back, Canada will need 102 to win in 20 overs. Still a beautiful morning here in Kampala. Welcome back to the Lugogo Cricket Oval. This is the official home of cricket in Uganda. And what a beautiful day we are having here. Early days, but it is Uganda's Victoria Pearls up in arms against Canada. And if you've just tuned into the live stream, you will know that Uganda have put on a score on the board thanks to Alako's lusty blows like that big six down the line that wasn't converted. And I can tell you what, Uganda getting to 101. They will need 102 for victory here. Canada, guess what Canada do? They send out here the big Tiffany Thorpe. She batted number 11 the other day. She comes into open today. And she's got some great company on the other end. I am not alone in the comms box. My name is Innocent Daula. And I've got the princess, Naomi Bagenda Kayondo, with us here in the comms box. Looking so sharp. Still good morning, Naomi. How are you taking things here?
Good morning, Innocent. Glad to be back. Canada have made a move that I find very, very interesting. For a person who batted 11 in Game 4 to be opening the batting in Game 5, I guess that's what T20 is about. You only have 20 overs to do magic. 20 overs for Canada to chase 102 runs. And Uganda doesn't make that change. Kevin Amuge opening the bowling for Uganda this morning. Match day 5 of the Victoria Series. The sun starting to pierce through the clouds. Will be a beautiful second innings here at the Victoria Series.
Achin Pereira on strike. Tiffany Thorpe promoted by the coach. Rizwan Chema and the captain up here to do the batting for Canada. What an interesting change in tactics for Uganda. There won't be a change in a lot of tactics. It is Kevin Amuge trusted with the new ball up front. From the Ginger Road end, it's Amuge versus Pereira. Big shot right on the money, half volley, asking to be hit. They will chase, they will not catch up. It's a boundary up front there for Canada, who come here and saying we have nothing to lose. If it's a half volley, it must be given the treatment it deserves.
In your frame there, Achin Pereira making a clear statement about the chase in game 5.
Samali is standing a little backwards now. The signal has been sent. Amuge has been picking up wickets in the first over like freebies. Today she pitches up fully and they say we'll hit you for 4. Good comeback delivery, overcompensating there Amuge and getting it right.
Achin Pereira being asked the questions on just the second ball after she picks 4 of the first one. Very good contest here. Very good comeback by Kevin Amuge.
Another one full, and she plays it late, trying to square drive it to the boundary again. She could only find the hands of Esther Iloko. Not too many extras on Esther Iloko when she comes out to play the game. Nothing fancy, no wristbands, no sun hat, no cape, no shades. Just Esther for you. I like that. Business is always business. Short, but Naomi Jane Amongin, you'll see her with the ball. She didn't come out to bat today. She loves to bat as well.
Achin Pereira rocking back and playing that ball round her body to the mid-wicket region. Played powerfully, but the intention to run is not quite clear. Naomi Amongin very, very precise with the fielding, ensuring that they don't take.
This is tucked round the corner. Will that be another boundary? There is the chase from Naomi Jane Amongin. The two Ugandans fighting and then working so hard to make sure that they don't give away a boundary. It's a good effort from Teddy Oyela, who chases with Jen, and she gets bear hugs from Jen Amongin saying, hey, the tournament debutant, Teddy Oyela, earning all her stripes. Look at the chase. Naomi Amongin on the bike. The border borders are quick in Kampala, but it's Teddy Oyela who does the job, and the effort is superb in every true phrase of the word.
Innocent, fielding in pairs is one of the things that the coach will say over and over again. And we've seen it work for Team Uganda in chasing that ball.
French cat, does it recite to the boundary? No, she wants to come back for the second, but there are no runs there. Tiffany Thorpe had no idea about that delivery whatsoever. She's only lucky to still be there. As we come to the end of the first over, and look at that score, is 8 for no loss after 1.
Mid-wicket conference there. Tiffany and Pereira strategizing. How do we get another 8 or 10 in the second over, maybe?
Get another 8. This game will be done and dusted very quickly. They will need just 15 overs to chase down the 100.
After the first over, Team Canada at 8 runs. Botolos coming from the Shannon for Team Victoria Falls. Is now midget among in jersey number 11.
Tiffany Thorpe cleaned up immediately. She was never going to survive with the swinging ball with her technique. You saw her the first delivery. She first ladder over. This time now Mongini right in the area. Bull's eye it is for her.
Now midget among in strike.
And she strikes. Tiffany's gone.
Wicket time for the Victoria.
Not certain why Tiffany moved back in your frame there, moving back a bit and not able to stay any lower, but now Mongin getting it inside into the furniture, and off she goes.
For Team Canada is Kainat Kazi.
I'd want to understand what the idea was to bring Tiffany to open the batting, but maybe just building a bit of confidence for the other batters in the dugout, in the Canadian dugout. But with Tiffany being sent back to the dugout, walks in Kainat Kazi, who is playing her second game in this series. Looked very dependable in game 4. Joining Achini Pereira.
Kainat Kazi 14 in the last game, and that is a good take. The appeal is good, and look at the celebrations. Kainati Kazi caught with a hanging blade. The pace, the lines from Jen Amongin. Naume, superb. Your namesake is on fire.
Naume doing the magic for the Victoria Pals. Will starting to get off in the early overs for the Canadians.
They dismiss again. Look at that. Right in the money. A faint movement. And she's celebrating with her arms wide outspread. The good take from Kevin.
Kevin Awino doing the brilliant job at the back there. Very safe hands there for the Victoria Pals. And from the Canadian dugout, Krima Kapadia walks in to join Achin Pereira after the loss of Kazi's wicket.
Kazi, good batter for Canada. She's got an innings of 14 and 13 previously, amongst the top scorers for the side, and another knock of her for her like that would have been good for Canada. But Krima Kapadia there, just having a look at Jenna Mongini's lines and saying, I'll let it go, let it slide, because she's been doing very well. A woman on fire. Uganda went for 8 in the first over, but those 2 wickets negate the 8 that Kevin Amuge suffered.
Innocent, how many times in your super playing days did you let a ball go?
My role as on the team was to force the pace. I was an enforcer, not letting many. I was offering shots left, right, and center. If you see me play lately, you'll see me leave many. I'm trying to fight to get a swing and get off the strike.
Krima Kapadia's first ball, she lets it go. I guess seeing just what happened earlier.
Again there, they try to get a quick single. Instead ends up on the back of Krima Kapadia. Quick apologies from the Ugandans. The physio must come and give us some little treatment. Not looking good.
Not looking good for Krima, who was starting to just get a feel of the innings, but the physio is right there to ensure that Krima is in good shape, can continue.
Because lots of help coming through from the Canadians, and the team manager has been playing double roles there as the physio as well. Aditi Ganesh, she's earned all her money on Canada's first ever tour to Africa and Uganda to be exact. Moving at a run rate of 4.3. They just need about that to get home safe and dry. It's the wicket column. They must look after these Canadians.
Innocent, in the last Victoria series, we saw the Victoria Pals cruising to victory, but it was a rain conclusion. The final was not played because of rain. The Victoria Pals were on top of the table, but this time round, match day 5, they've already won the series 4-0 now. Canada looking to get their first win, and the Victoria Pals looking to seal a 5-0 victory in this Victoria series of 2025.
Listen to Naomi Kayondo giving you the history of the Victoria Series, how they started. This is the 3rd edition. Zimbabwe winners of the first, and then Uganda winning it on net run rate with the rain playing spoil sport in the 2nd edition. This time around, Uganda will be victorious irrespective of the result today because they're already 4-1 in the series. I beg your pardon, I don't know why I say 4-1. Maybe it's what I'm wishing for. 4-0, playing the final game. Naomi Jane Amungin bowls a maiden, a double wicket maiden. That's superb stuff. Take that to the bank. And here is Amuge to continue to work. Again, another half volley. It is crimped to the boundary. Look at the chase from Musama. Not able to stop that one, but what an effort she's putting on the field here. Nakisui, I hope she's all safe and dry. The medics will run on to help her.
In your frame there, Achin Pereira playing it very well. Beautiful cover drive there. Musamali putting in an effort with the dive, not successful. Natsui immaculate, patrolling the boundary region, not able to get to it just before it crosses the line. Still, the positive was that they chased it together with her captain, Babazi Janet. Chase was not successful, and Nachisui needs a bit of medical attention.
Yeah, she put her body on the line, and that's a player putting their bodies on the line for the team. Sarah Akiteng, the lefty, will take the field as another ball is crimped to the boundary by Achin Pereira, who has been watching and saying, anything you pitch up, I'll take you to the cleaners, because she's been getting wickets, pitching up and floating them in and getting dismissals of ball. That's the effort from Nakisui. Very athletic and able to stop the boundary. But what a player.
As she gets the medical attention she truly deserves, Sarah Kiteng takes up her position. Sarah Kiteng on the field now. The proceedings continue. Kevin Amoge coming from the Ginger Road end. Still bowling to Achin Pereira.
Hopefully she'll be fine. Young bones, they say they heal very fast. She's only 27. Should be fine, and she's up on her feet. Up walking her body and soul. Little tackle behind the square. But look at the effort from Akiteng. Captain Jen Baba is not happy with Amuge's spell today. He's telling her there's nobody where you're trying to bowl. Keep everything on the offside. That's where your protection is. And I like the voice from the captain from the boundary, trying to say, I am the ruler and the leader of this team. Please listen and act better. And what a stop. The captain asking Amuge to be hit on the offside. And that's all good. Says, this is what we want. Play to the rule book.
Achin Pereira there. There's been a contest between Achin Pereira and Stephanie. Game 3. Playing it to the point region. A few times Stephanie has fumbled. A few times she has put her body on the line. And at this particular occasion, she does do the same, put her body on the line, keeping Achin Pereira quiet just after that boundary.
Better lines here from Amuge. She needed the voice of the captain, the discerning voice of the captain, maybe to rise to the occasion. Captain, of course, not happy seeing one of her better players off the park injured because she was trying to save the pace bowler from conceding a boundary. It's in the air. Chance for a run out. The throw is good, but no run out. Good glove work there from shot number 13. Former captain of the Victoria Pearls as well, Kevin Awino. A lot of former captains on this park. You look around, you see Janet Mbaba is the captain now. Look around, you see Immaculate Nakisui, who walked off, former captain, and Kevin Awino herself, the former captain. Ops box, I also have a former captain. Yours truly, I've never been lucky to be a captain for Uganda.
Innocent, hard luck with that, but you still have a chance. Maybe Bagurusi captain.
No, I've captained elsewhere, but not just the national team.
And at the end of the third over, Canada are 13 for the loss of 2. They ended their first over with 8 for no loss. But with just an additional 2 overs, they've lost 2 wickets and have only been able to add 5 runs onto that.
There is the equation for you, Canada and Uganda. A few double-storied buildings in the city. The last over being a real skyscraper for Uganda with 16 runs of it, thanks to Alako's last hitting. Last blows there as she took on the bowling of Indomati Godial John. Naomi Jane. Delicately cut. Good effort from Teddy, but there is protection at the ropes from Esther Iloku.
Very good placing there by the captain, sending Iloku down to third man to ensure that she comfortably picks that which is coming to her. Chinpera rotating strike with Krima Kapadia.
Hit straight to the covers. Chance for a run. Mbabazi onto it in a flash. Saying if you take off, it's all on you. Because all I want are wickets for my team. Canada still fighting here. Full toss. Not punished. Jane Naomi Amongin gets away with murder.
That could be looked at as luck, because once you deliver full toss, needs to get punished. Krima looks quite positive. Not sure why she wasn't able to get to that. But Naomi Amongin continues to shine.
What these two hopefully can do for Cricket Uganda is that maybe the Canadian men can also give a bilateral series to Uganda. That one almost clipping her leg stump. Krima Kapadia still struggling. No run from the 8 deliveries she's faced. Jen Nama Mongin, what a spell she's building up here. 1 run she's given away from the 10 deliveries she's bowled. And she has 2 wickets to her name. Give me Naomi any day. Not Kayondo, but Amongin. In the air, who wants that? Chance for a catch. And she picks up the 3rd wicket. It's been all about her. The catch taken by Nampina Stephanie.
For the Victoria Pearls. Nice and easy catch taken by Stephanie.
The Victoria Pearls there in your frame celebrating the 3rd wicket. Very easy catch there for Stephanie Nampina. Krima looked a bit uncomfortable.
Krima taken out of her misery in the slot to be hit, but not enough power. There's a power failure from her batting as Nampina completes the catch. Easy timing, the trudging back, very comfortable, and how she completes it tells you that she knows a thing or two on how to take high catches. Krima Kapadia's pedestrian knock comes to an end, taken out of a misery, duck after facing 9 balls.
From the Canadian dugout, Indomati Godial walks on to the crease to join Achini Pereira to try and do something for Team Canada. Do something for Team Canada.
She did very well, Indomati, with the ball. But that last over where she went for 16, she had 3 overs for 12 runs, went for 16 in the last. Still finished up with 28 in her 4 overs. That is 7 per over. But that job with the ball is done. Now is the time for her to show what she can do with the bat. Trying to clip that one. And look at her. Naume Jane Mongin with her hand on her head saying, oh no, almost. But we very well know that almost doesn't count.
Indomati there being guilty of walking in the shot. Basics would require that you keep some stable base and then play the ball and then make the attempt to run. But at the end of the 4th over, Canada 14 for the loss of 3 wickets. Not looking good for Team Canada.
Guess who the captain gives the ball to? Calls on her vice captain. Says, Rita Musamali, you've been doing for us the job with the bat. 46 not out the other day and 20 not out today. He says, I'll reward you with another over. She's been coming back to bowl in her career in these later years. And it's a beautiful sight for everyone who loves the talent that Rita Musamali is. Nampino to it. No runs on offer.
Rita Musamali, skilled at bowling. A few in-swingers there. And Achini Pereira just rocks back a bit to play it to the point region. Good pick up there by Stephanie. And this time she does the same. Balls it getting into her. Achini Pereira rocks back. Plays it slightly in the air, but to the point region, making it very comfortable for Stephanie. Pick it up and ensure that there's no run.
Let's see what Achini Pereira does. Already 2 boundaries in her innings. Good fielding there. Amuge backing up the bowler. I always love to see bowlers who fight in the field, because if it's you bowling, everyone is fighting for you. If it's not you bowling, you've got to fight for your teammates. And Amuge puts on that show. Still in the power play, only 2 fielders out. Hit very well. What a catch. What a take. Sarah Kiteng hangs out one hand into the wilderness and it sticks. Well,
the Victoria Pals there celebrating that catch. Achini Pereira walks off after scoring 13 runs, a patient 13 runs or 14 balls. Rita Musamali in your frame there, bowling it slightly outside. Achini Pereira putting wood to it, and it falls in the safe hands of Sarah Kiteng. Did stick there. And the Victoria Pals pick their 4th wicket. The captain herself, Amapal Kaur, walks in, joining Indomati with a big task on her shoulders. Is she able to help Canada cross the line this time? With the responsibility that they both have, also as bowlers, time to score the runs like Innocent has said.
Musamali picks up fast. That's wicket number 24 for her international cricket. Of course, she's got 1,500 runs, the leading run scorer for Uganda. When it comes to women, T20Is. And I like her new look. The short hair. What do you call the hairstyle? Teach me a thing or two here. Maybe I'll give her more flowers after the game.
tending towards a Janet cut, but not exactly that.
I almost said that. Oh no, I should have said it and taken the flowers.
Fair description of Rita's haircut. And with her last delivery there, as a dot, ending the 5 overs with 14 runs for the loss of 4 wickets.
Canada in trouble. 14 for 4, a wicket maiden. We saw a double wicket maiden from Naomi Jane Amongin, and now this is a wicket maiden from Rita Musamali. This is how the 5 overs have been. Look at that movement. Look at the raw eruption of a party led by Kevin Awino. Very happy to know that her bowlers are moving the ball here on a wicket that has tended to favor spin late on. Full face now, Jane Amongin rewarded by the captain. Janet Baba says, come through and give me another. Your figures belong in the heavens. 1 for 3 in 2 with a double wicket maiden to start things up. It means now she has bowled 13 balls for 1 run. Good stop from Babazi after a dummy. Call that a dummy, maybe, being sold by Musamali in the covers.
The captain has done a lot of cleanup work just behind Rita Musamali, but in cricketing terms, that's what they call backing up. Backing up. Babazi has done a lot of backing up work, which is very good for the captain. But also Indomati, is able to get that one, the coverage on. Naomi balls 1 down the leg. The captain nudges it a bit just to get 1 past Kevin Awino.
Uganda, despite playing number 33 in the world here in Canada, they'll still get some ranking points from the whole series. And they'll carry that one onto the next series they play, which is going to be the newly initiated IC Women's Emerging Trophy in Thailand. For the top 8 associates, teams like Scotland and Ireland are going to be there. And Uganda know they're still a work in progress. They must continue ticking the boxes. They must continue working hard with the way they bat, especially when they face the swing bowlers.
Innocent, I've listened to the Netherlands captain also getting excited about that emerging tournament in Thailand. Looks like associate teams are gunning for that opportunity to play more cricket, which is a good thing for women's cricket all over the world.
And you know very well, Uganda will know that if they play very well and finish among the top 4 there, they will get a chance to play the other 14 teams in the top 10, like UAE, at a regular basis. So the more you play better lately, Naomi, I think you've called time on your career a little quickly, because the more you play better in women's cricket lately, the more chances you get to play international cricket. I know what international cricket comes with: free travel, free exposure, more ranking points for your country, and even maybe an extra buck, because I hear the allowances are bigger these days.
Innocent, I'm not sure whether it was quite early, but when the shift moves to ODI, maybe could potentially see a comeback, maybe. But here, Naomi Amongin bowling pretty tidy.
3 wickets for her, pushing for that play of the match award today. And yes, another 2 wickets here could give it to her easily. Hard hands flicked onto the onside by the skipper, who has shown that she's a good player. Treatment as the physio runs onto the ground now. I don't know who is in trouble. We will see in a short while. It's Musamali who needs the magic spray.
While Musamali gets that, the Canadian captain, Amapal Kaur, has been quite phenomenal with both the ball and the bat in game 3, almost taking the game away from Uganda till when Kevin Awino caught her behind. But she's also done some good field setups. Set up Nachisui last time, asked Mahajan to deliver a short ball, had put someone at the fine leg, and they were able to get a wicket there. She's been setting up her field very well as a captain. Also coming in with the bat and putting her hand up. So as a captain, she has led from the front. Of course, the Ugandan captain, Janet Mbabazi, also doing very great with the field setup and also scoring runs for Team Uganda. Both the teams have had a lot of improvement here, the Victoria Series, the 3rd edition. We've also seen opportunities being given to the 12th, 13th, 14th players to have a go in this Victoria Series. Today we see Teddy Oyela in the playing 11. Match day 4 we saw Saratino joining the playing 11. For the Canadian side, we've seen Vriti Dahia. We've seen on debut today, we've seen Shrishti Raha playing. So the Victoria Series also giving an opportunity to all the ladies to play, get exposure, which is a plus for women's cricket.
The world will be a better place to live in if everyone got as many chances as the women are getting lately. And here is Musamali, wicket in her first over. Teddy Oyela running round to cut it off there. Another French cut there from Amar Parkar, the skipper, who's been getting runs for her team every time she's come out to bat. Indomati Godial John is her partner who will take strike now. Somali's figures after bowling a wicket maiden in the previous over, is here. And there will be a change in the comment box. We are ball late, but it's all good. Fortune coming through now to join me in the comments box as Canada scamper through for a quick single in the Mati Guardial. Quick question to Fortune. Not that he's feeling fortunate today, but I'll just ask him, what does he make of the game as it is for now?
I think at the moment, Canada have dug themselves into a heap of a problem, I might say, given that they have lost 4 wickets, especially trying to bring up Thope up the order. It was a technical decision, I might say, from the coaches, but it cost them a lot, given that after her fall of her wicket, then wickets fell in a cascade, 4 more wickets. So it was a little bit of a problem. Despite Pereira coming in, showcasing her skills, a lot of cover drives, square drives, jab shots, but she couldn't call the runs from the other side until she had to give out a dolly catch at point. But Uganda have really been superb with their bowling, especially the 3 pace bowlers for Uganda. They have done a tidy job. Others haven't picked the wickets, like Amuge, whom we know that she picks wickets every game in and game out, but she hasn't. But now Jane coming in and picking 3 wickets, it was outstanding. It was not really thought of, but she came in and answered to the call that was asked.
Nice effort, but not good enough. Do very well there at the boundary sweeping. Saratino with a good job there. In your frame, the youngster, only 16, 17. You're going to be seeing a lot of her for years to come. And with such efforts, it tells you, yes, maybe I don't need to put in a dive now, but every run counts. And my job here is to cut off the runs.
And that is Amapal Kua, who has done a brilliant job getting those double for her team. One thing that we have done, that we have seen Kua do most, is how she had scored runs for her team. So many times she has gotten a start, but the question is, how can she build on those stats that she gets? Most times she has gotten 20s, 30s, but to go on and build the runs and score runs for her team has been a problem. Maybe we are yet to see that, or we are going to see that in today's game, given that she is the only one that they have to rely on, hold her wicket up to the end. Maybe runs will come with ease, or she might build up on that. And it's Tino bowling from the KFC end, bowling her first over. Changing bowling there. I think it's now the spinners that have to do the bowling, given that the middle overs have to be controlled. Make sure that you don't let Canada come back on the top after being sent on the back foot for so long. And now Tino making sure that she's dealing in dot balls, not giving away room to the batters to work with. She's bowling straight to the stumps.
That's good. Those are good lines. That's the corridor of uncertainty if you're a spinner, because every time you pitch it up there, it's hard to tuck away. Flight on offer, hit down to the sweeper. Stefani Nampina already a catch to her name in this innings.
And surely Canada will need more of those singles. If you see how many dot balls they've suffered so far, it is the reason as to why they only have 23.
Again, Tino Sarah trying to help herself there, but they go for a run instead.
And I tell you that if they manage to pick one each ball, they will be able to see that they go past the finishing line. But they didn't do that because they started off with dot balls. They got 2 overs being maidens, so that cost them so much, and they have to do a recovery phase for themselves.
What has been their undoing is that they've lost many wickets up front, so they end up chasing the game early on whenever they are batting. They lose wickets in clusters and they never recover.
Me trying to comprehend the reason as to why, looking at the charts there, you see the Canadian WAM is way down below the Ugandan, and having lost 4 wickets. Uganda at this stage had only lost 1 wicket. You can see the difference, the lapse in the run rate that they are going at. But trying to comprehend what the change for bringing Thope out on the top. Maybe they didn't want her to come at the deep end of the game where pressure is on, and try to use
good hands there, good flick, and the chase is on. Chance for 2 runs, but they didn't take on Teddy Oyela, who's I think sent some shivers down their spines with her fielding, because there was 2 for the taking, and instead they take 1, Godial and a Mapar, the skipper. Look at the partnerships of these 2 teams. It could be the difference at the end of the day. 8 between Tiffany and Achini, 0 between Kainat and Achini, 6 between Achini and Karima Kapadia. And this is a beautiful shot. Mbabazi on the chase. Does Mbabazi stop it? Oh yes, she does. Alako trying to recover that, and they do very well. Hopefully Mbabazi's knee is not in any trouble. All good, says the skipper Mbabazi, and she's grateful and thankful to Alako, who ran round 8 to kind of look at that, fielding with her knees. Hopefully not in trouble. Those knees get weary so fast. And Musamali, the vice captain, has Alako and her skipper to thank for not going for a boundary there. Good shot again, good hands. Is that in the gap? There is Naomi Jane among in to cut it off.
You've spoken of the hands. I would say they have been really magical. Even the previous shot that went through covers, not too close to the ball, but using her hands to send that ball through covers. And now this time round, from the offside to the onside, really beautiful to watch.
Trying to drop and run. No runs this time round. Musamali ready, going through overs quickly. To her third now. 29 for 4. They're moving at 3.5 per over. They need to up the scoring ante if they're to get anywhere close to the required. Cut very well. Mbabazi, can she stop this one? Yes, she picks it up at the first time of asking, and the captain doing a very good job as a boundary patroller.
Innocent, imagine Canadian batters can couple the running between the wickets, rather they hitting good shots with running between the wickets, taking the doubles. How many runs can they score? Because we have seen so much or so many beautiful shots, but what we haven't seen is they are running between the wickets.
That's another beautiful shot. A luck on the chest. Once she didn't put in a dive, she was never going to stop that one. It's a beautiful boundary for the skipper, Amar Parker.
Beautiful shot there.
Musamali taken down through the covers.
It won't get
Welcoming
any
boundary
better
for Team
than that.
Canada.
Really reaching towards the bounce of the ball, lunging forward and hitting it on the bounce. Really beautiful to watch.
End of the 9th over now. Canada's trying to motor on here. Lost wickets early, but they are 34 for 4. A little good fair crowd coming out here to watch. Behind us in the stands and around the park there, behind the side screens, and from the tennis club. And there is a VIP box somewhere next to Black Life, who've been partners for the play of the series. And here is young Saratino bowling her second. Her first went for 3. She went for many in her first game, but she's been given more chances, and her being around the setup is a beautiful sight. At her age, you know she's going to be one of the leaders of the Victoria Pearls in the near future, because she's going to be permanent furniture in that setup.
I love the way how Indomati has played out. Tino, good use of the feet, knowing that she's trying to bowl a full deliveries, now coming and playing them on top of the bounce. Really beautiful to watch. I think all the two batters for Canada, Mapal and Indomati, have realized that, and we have seen them use their feet many times. Now it's exactly what Mapal has also done.
For Tino, she must know that when the batter maybe steps out, drop it a little short, because most of the time it stays full. But now, because she stays true to her line, she picks up a wicket here. It's a wicket time for Tino Sarah, this young spinner, 17 years old.
With the strike.
10th career wicket, because she's clean bowled the batter. Indomati Gaudial, take a walk, 9 from 19. It is Sarah Tino's wicket.
Saying that she is
Sense of Indomati
what are that
Gaudial.
trying to calm down the track, but finding herself too close to the ball and not really getting under the ball. Not sure of whether to play it straight, but decides to go across the lane. For the ball that is too close to you, you don't get it anywhere. That is the reason as to why she's walking back the dugout. New batter has to come for Canada. Like I was saying, is saying that good old Willie Fox. But I don't think that Tino is an old Willie Fox. But she has the knowledge of an old fox, knowing that rather being able to continue doing what she does best, even when the batters are putting her on pressure, she doesn't withdraw anything. 1 wicket already for Tino with only 5 runs.
Full and straight again from Tino, not able to stop it off her own bowling. It's Musamali cleaning up from long on. Look at the lines. They've been trying to go for many like that. This time the music is cut off, and Tino is piercing them now into the legs. Good end to the over. Her 2 overs have gone for 6. I like this kind of Tino being up to the task. And at the halfway stage, Canada have lost 5 wickets and they only have 37 runs.
It's very bad to the Canadian perspective, given that you have so less at a strike rate, at a run rate of 3.3. Again, at the replay from the different angle, you clearly see that there is clear gap between the leg and the bat. The leg is way on the lane, way away in the lane of the ball, and the swing of the bat doesn't cover the lane of the ball at all. Really good bowling. There will be a change in bowling as the replacement for Konse comes to bowl from the road end, and that is Teddy, who has played her first game today for the Victoria series. Starts away with a good delivery but good batting from Amapal, just getting it a touch behind square.
22-year-old Teddy Oyela. Chance in the air, was there for a long time, but will go there to the sweeper Alako. Teddy Oyela only has 1 wicket from the 2 matches she's played. Today is her 3rd match. In those 2 matches she hasn't batted. But her economy says she is a good player. She's gone for 2.25 runs from the overs she's bowled. So she hasn't picked up many wickets, but it's early days in her career. And for me, the MVP player of the year in the Women's League last year continues to grab every chance she gets with both hands. Chance for a stamping. Chance for a stamping. It will be wilds, but Kevin Awino will know she's missed out on a very good stamping as a classic keeper.
That would have really been beautiful had she held on that to dismantle the stumps, but I think it was way wider and she had to do a lot of work.
Better from Teddy, playing her first game on the last day. She'll know nothing to lose. All I have to do is continue to put up my hand and stay in the faces of the coaches and the captain that I am here to stay. Whatever you do, think about me. Again, that's in the air, but straight to the sweeper. Naomi Jane Among in already done her job with the ball. She's one of the contenders for player of the match today.
Vandana, who wasn't quite good with the ball as she always is for Canada, but now has to come and build a partnership with her captain. And she has started off very well with 3 from 5.
Again, more runs. Just hitting her down the line. And it's a fine end to the over. There was a wide in it. 2 dot balls and 4 runs off the bat. 5 in the over. Good for Canada and good start for Teddy. Good all-round cricket.
Two Canadian batters, Vandana and Amapal, trying to have a word there about how they should go about their innings, especially when the tile is narrowing down for Canada. But we haven't seen Lavia come in. We know how good she is, especially when it comes to clearing boundaries. Now they only have to build an inning for her, make sure that they don't expose her when pressure is so much.
Tino Sara, chance for a run out. The throw is to the wrong end. Alako is quick to remind her teammate. Let's give the throws to the keeper. She has the gloves on and the pads on. The protection is with her.
But how many times does Amuge get to be aware in the game? I've seen so
Again,
many
another
times.
chance. Amuge listens to you and says, I'll do better.
This time round, she has done a much better job. I feel if there had been a lapse in 3 or 4 balls, again she would have been caught off guard.
Let's see what happens. Again to Amuge. The sweep is good. Alako onto it. They won't take a second. She gets applause from Amuge. Just a 1 run.
Having to watch all the Ugandan bowlers, I think it's only Tino who is getting swept so often Could it be the reason that she is bowling off spin and turning the ball, not like any other bowler in the Ugandan side?
Fine stop again there from Esther Iloku. Good workout. Today Esther has looked like a live wire with the bat and in the field. The leading run scorer for Uganda in the air. Finally getting to smile today with not many, but those 12 runs look like another 30 on any other day. Chance to run. What a stop. What a fantastic stop. And what an effort from Kitty, Sarah, the teacher, Akiteng.
Leaving alone the stop, it was really good, but I feel there was a chance to take a run, which the two batters didn't take for Canada.
Would have been very risky, I tell you, Fortune. You don't want to play thinking you're going to be fortunate like that. The sweep again to Amuge. Fine stop from Amuge. They're able to take the singles and the sweep of Tino Sora because she gives the ball air and she's turning it more than anyone else on the park. So the sweep comes easy because she doesn't try to force the pace onto the ball.
Only 4 runs have been picked in that over. And it will be 12 overs down, 46 runs. For the loss of 5 wickets. And 12 overs down, there will be change in Combs' box as they will come back. Naomi from the short break. Naomi, welcome back. And what do you make of the game, given that it's only 8 overs left?
Thank you very much, Fortunate. The game has been steadied a bit. I feel that the captain, Amapal Kaur, is actually doing a good job here with Vandana. As bowlers on the team, they are now holding fort for the team, even with the bat. And also, Kaur has been looking very comfortable here, playing some good cricket shots, catching a few fielders asleep, but only to their advantage.
55 runs are required for Canada to win in 8 rather than 7.3 overs. What do you think? Is that an easy or an achievable thing at the moment for Canada, given that they still have 5 wickets? Do you think that they can make it to the finishing line?
55 of 53 balls looks reasonable and achievable. The question, though, with the wickets that they have, both Kaur and Vandana need to actually stay there and pile the most runs. But there's also a steady Terry Shalavia still in the dugout who has the ability to go even harder. I would like to see the Canadian batters running the twos. They've been guilty of not taking their doubles and trying to score a few more boundaries to bring the game as close as possible.
Speaking of Lavia, one thing that she has managed to do in this tournament is put away spinners. She has been ruthless with the spinners, but when it came to pace, she looked faulty with pace, and that will be Uganda will have to bowl pace to Lavia when she walks on, and that will be the time when the 3 spinners, rather pace bowlers for Uganda, will be actually in action. I think that will be a disadvantage to Canada.
Bringing the 13th over to one end. Canada are 49 for the loss of 5 wickets. Captain Kaur with Vandana out there. Mid-wicket conference, energizing themselves and telling themselves we need to cross the line today for our country, for all the Canadians back at home. But in your frame there are some of the Indian fans that have come down to watch the game. Victoria Pals of Uganda playing against Canada. But they also have a celebration to catch probably later in the day. As you know, Diwali was a few days back. So the celebration goes on for quite some time. It looks like the celebration goes on for some time.
That's the spirit of cricket and the way how Indians love the game. given that Canada has many Indians, so every Indian in Uganda will love to come and watch a fellow Indian, especially when it comes to ladies cricket. To watch an Indian lady play cricket, it's not so common, so it's a once in a blue moon thing to watch and appreciate.
From the KFC side, the vice captain of the Victoria Pals is asked to come and bowl her last over. Interesting, she's being bowled out, but also to have the opportunity to bowl 4 overs in match day 5. She starts it off with a ball delivered slightly outside, comfortably played by the captain to the cover region. They take a single, rotating the strike, and Vandana does the same on the second ball, playing it with a bit of softer hands there to keep the strike rotating.
Yeah, brilliant between these two. I think the communication that they had was about let's try and run every ball, or let's try get a run off every ball. And we have seen that so far. Even this previous run, Vandana trying to come down the track and just dropping it.
Oh, very well guided there to the third man region by Vandana. Very good communication between the two of them, Vandana and Captain Kaur, making the work look quite simple. And for me, these singles are very important. I would like to see them being supplemented by maybe a boundary or 2 in every over. Could possibly get Canada home this time round.
Yeah, well clearly said there, because the current run rate at the moment is almost nearing to 10. So you can't get to 10 when you're only getting singles. You have to couple that with a couple of boundaries here or there. But you only do that when you set the bowler on pressure. Try get runs, and the bowler will think of doing something odd, and there will come an odd ball that you can send to the boundary.
Rita there delivering one, getting into Vandana's pads, comfortably playing her to the mid-wicket region, finding the aggressive Alako Proskovia. Fielding it first time. Rita Musamali delivering one, quick one into Vandana's feet. Not able to play it on its merit, and not getting a single there. But at the end of the 14th over, Canada 52 for the loss of 5 wickets. And the captain has made a call for the spinners to come back. Having a conversation there with her wicket-keeper Kevin Awino. Very good friends there. Asking for her helmet because she's got to stand up for Teddy's bowling.
50 runs needed in 6 overs, to be specific. 36 ball. That brings the required run rate at 8.33. And you still have 2 good overs to balance the required run rate. If you get one decent over that goes for over 12 runs, things shift from Uganda's favor to Canada's favor. And it is Teddy that will bowl from the Ginger Road end, having bowled 1 over and conceded 5 runs. Now she'll have to come and bowl the 15th over.
Teddy gives it a bit of flight, as she usually does. The captain core very comfortable at this point. Who is on the 20-run mark already, plays it down to Longon to get the single. Teddy doing the same for Vandana, who also plays it down to the Longon region to take another single.
Yeah, that's much better for Canada at the moment, getting singles. But with the way how Teddy's bowling, slow and flighting it up in the air, and when you try to get to the bounce of the ball, it really calls for patience. So this is what the Canadian batters have to be aware of, other than coming and rushing to come down the track. You may miss it.
Double stepping, playing one all the way to the boundary. And Captain Kaur plays the long on drive, successfully getting that much needed boundary for Team Canada.
Really gorgeous shot there, coming down the track and getting it, shaping in two hand, using that turn, sending it to the boundary. I think there should have been much better efforts from Naomi there, who tried to stop the ball. She's guilty for having not put in 100%. I feel it was so close to her. She would have done better.
Guilty of not stopping that at the boundary, yet she actually got to the ball. But the captain, Amapal Kaur, continues to steady the Canadian ship with her unbeaten 25 of 24 balls, supported ably by Vandana Mahajan. Captain Kaur goes big again, downturn, but this time Naomi Amongin puts her body on the line there to ensure that she doesn't give her another boundary in this over.
Again, this is the over that Captain Amapal Kaur should try and target, given that she has already picked one boundary off Teddy. You have to pick one bowler and try maximize her over. I think it's one thing that they have to really think of and work about, if they are to lower that required run rate to at least 5 runs and over.
Vandana going aerial, and she falls in no man's land. Very, very safe. Captain Kaur wanted to take the second one. Now, with the doubles, it's a bit of a tricky situation. The Canadian batters have been guilty of not running the twos, and during the times when they don't, when it's very risky, in your frame they are going for the big slog sweep. Naomi not able to get to it, probably getting a little bit of discomfort there. But after 15 overs, Canada 61 for the loss of 5.
This should be the over that Canada should look to capitalize on, given that Tino is bowling the 16th over. There she goes for a sweep. But Kevin doing the collections and sending it back to the bowler to deny Canada for a double. This time round she was really superb with the pickup, and awareness was on and timed.
Improvement there by Kevin Amuge, who is fielding behind the bat, behind the square. Vandana guiding it to the gully region, but they don't take that single there. The hunger now is starting to show. There's a realization that they need to up the run rate per over, but also to attack a bowler like Tino Sarah, who is bowling her 4th over. And indeed, the attack is there. Vandana double stepping, playing it over Tino all the way. But a one. Stephanie Nampina patrolling and saving that boundary.
Yeah, good fielding there from Stefan, picking up the ball on the first attempt and putting in a brilliant throw all the way from the boundary to the bowler. Really good.
Wise captain there, getting out of the crease and playing it down to the long on region, comfortably playing it to the long on region.
But I love it that Tino is trying to slow her deliveries up. Even this time round, Vandana trying to calm down the track, but she realizes it very quickly and pulls it a little bit slower.
We've seen the Canadian batters trying to manipulate that field, but the last 3-4 balls have been played down to the long on region. I think to create room to play, to have two, maybe move a bit squarer and play it in a gap in a gap, not direct to the fielder, but in a gap. And indeed, she does hear that. Sweeps it down to square leg, deep square leg, and a lack of Proskovia, saving that boundary for Team Uganda.
I think that the idea of me saying this should be the over, Canada should look up to attack, wasn't really the idea that they should have attacked, because you can see Tino really put in a very brilliant spell, only conceding 5 runs and the required run rate being 8. She has done a brilliant job for herself. But with 5 runs from that over, the score is 66 after 16.
Tino there with good bowling figures, 4 overs, picking up 1 wicket and only conceding 50 runs. Very good bowling figures there for Tino Sarah. But with these last 4 overs, the captain asks Kevin Amuge to come back from the Ginger Road end side. Kevin has been brilliant in this Victoria series, picked up early wickets, picked up 2 Player of the Match awards, must be having a great time here, enjoying her time as a bowler in this Victoria series.
You know what? It's really peculiar to see Kevin not picking wicket at the moment, given that she has bowled 2 overs and is yet to pick a wicket. A person whom we know very well that has been on top of Uganda's bowling and is struggling with wickets today. Guess what? Because of Naomi Mongin, who did a brilliant job. But nonetheless, her bowling has really been well, because 6.2 economy isn't bad in the T20.
Also fortunate, sometimes cricket has days. Sometimes it's just your day, other times it's just not your day. But she's still bowling well. Kevin Amuge there. Captain walking into her short pitch delivery with confidence, but doesn't put it anywhere significant to enable them to get any runs.
Know what? She came down the track and found the ball short and made it even a good length delivery. And there wasn't any gap, rather width to work with. She was cramped for room and couldn't hit it anywhere.
And she goes all the way, picking up Kevin's short ball. Vandana taking her all the way to the boundary. And from the Canadian dugout is excitement. A much needed boundary. See the smiles. Much needed boundary.
3 times she has come down the track. This time round finds it on a good length and just sends it with much power, opening up her hands and getting a much needed boundary. I think Kevin is guilty here for not really reading what the batters are doing. 3 times she has attempted to come down the track and she again bowled it there, and you don't have a long off, and now she has done a field change. Naomi, who was in the 30, is now at the boundary at long on.
Good comeback there. Swinging it into the body of Vandana with a small appeal there. But she realizes it's way up. Would never have hit the wickets there. Vandana and Kevin Amuge here. Very good contest.
Already Vandana is on top of the contest, given that she has 4 runs off Kevin's bowling. It's only that Kevin can get on top when she picks a wicket.
Vandana coming down the track again, comfortably, playing it to the deep mid-wicket region, allowing the pair to take a single. Kevin still has work to do with remaining 2 balls. With the last ball to ensure that she probably wins the contest. But for now, Amapal Kaur facing that last delivery from Amuge. Mapal Kaur plays it down to the long off region. Last ball of Kevin Amuge's over.
I love the idea that she was looking to take a single off that last delivery because she knows that after this it will only be 3 overs left and they have to take charge. And again, I love the strike rate at which she is performing. We have been so full of ourselves. Why is her strike rate less than 100? But today she's working pretty with her strike rate. Another moment, 30 runs required from 3 overs, 10 runs and over for Canada to pick up their first victory of this Victoria series.
Victoria Pulse, not quite decisive. Who is going to generate that 18th over? And the decision is quickly made that Naomi Amongin comes back from the KFC side to deliver her last over. But Vandana here, Vandana Mahajan and Amapol Kaur, steadying the ship. Vandana needs to up her strike rate a bit because she has 17 of 27. But the captain, Kaur, doing a great job operating at 100%, 29 of 29 balls.
As a former captain, Naomi, what could be the message you should send to the batters in this scenario at the moment?
Running the doubles, taking on a single, but also picking a much-needed boundary. And indeed, the captain listens to my voice. Probably plays that first ball square. Babazi putting in a shift there to get to it. Not successful. And the Canadian dugout is excited about that much-needed boundary.
Lovely, lovely shot to watch. But Naomi guilty for angling the ball into the pads. And just Amapal just has to work with the wrist and send that ball with pace onto the boundary. Much needed boundary to start with.
Beautifully, confidently played down the track all the way to the long-off region. Captain Amapal Kaur looking very comfortable here, supported by Vandana Mahajan.
You start to get a feeling that the Ugandans' body language has dropped. You can even see that the way how they are moving just because of one boundary.
And Naomi finally gets a dot ball in her over. Didn't look like the Canadians wanted that, but they've been able to pick 5 of 3. And the task is 8 of 6. So they need another 3 runs off Naomi's last 3 balls.
Again down the track, this time round won't get it in where they're trying to go for 2, but they won't. They know they are slow, they really know, but I doubt that they don't start quick off the feet to take the first run. That's the reason as to why they have always been short of any opportunity that is there to take for a double.
Fortunate, I don't think that they are very slow, but that intention to run 2s is not quite evident. And I have a big problem with that. Naomi is able to get another second dot for the over. And the Canadians in this particular over contest need 2 runs off that last ball.
Any dot that Canada suffer at the moment ups the required run rate.
And the push is on. Only picking the single. Ritam Samali, vice captain of the Victoria Pals, picking that up and handing it back. So you said 8 runs, 10 runs and over. And the Canadians have fallen short on that one. As you can see, a message has probably come in to try and show them the possibility of crossing the line.
Naomi starting off with a loose delivery, but the way how she came back strong, bowling it full and quick, was really good to watch from her, and ending the over with only 7 runs from after starting with 4 runs. But what a bowling spell she has displayed, picking 3 wickets in 4 allotted overs for only 12 runs. Really beautiful spell.
And for the penultimate over,
At the striker's end.
the captain Janet Mbabazi hands it over to her dependable bowler Kevin Amuge.
Victoria Paul setting pace.
Kevin Amuge there coming from the Ginger Road end side. And the Canadians need 24 of 12. Very good contest here. That's 2 runs per ball. Can they do that? Can they rise up to such a challenge?
It is this over that has to dictate whether they can do it or not. If they get to a good start, if they get boundaries, that can send a statement that, yeah, they are up to the task, given that 11.5 is the required run rate. But start off, it's good that Amapal is now on strike.
In your frame there, Captain Amapar aggressively playing it to the mid-wicket region. Interesting fielding technique there by Teddy Oyela. They're able to scamper through for just 1 run. And Vandana comes down the track. 2 is the call, 2 is the call. And indeed, they make it for the second one. Applying a bit of pressure now to the Ugandan fielders. And that's what happens once you apply the pressure to call to show intent that you want to take 2 runs. Very good sights here for the Canadian batters.
Yeah, they know that every run they get is called to their side, so they will try as much as possible to utilize every opportunity there is.
Shuffling into her stumps, Captain Kaur, very, very wise batter, trying to create a manipulation of the field, but Kevin Amuge sees that.
Yeah, Kevin outsmarting the captain there, going for a Yorker that was well performed and executed to get a dot ball.
And Captain Amapo goes big, goes big. Ritam Samali with a very beautiful throw there. Massive chance for a run out, and it is effected by Kevin Awino. Very good throw there by Ritam Samali. Finally picking Amapal Kaur, captain of the Canadian side.
The captain is run out.
Oh,
By Rita.
what a wicket that Uganda needed. And at this stage of the game, Uganda has done a brilliant job. But in comes the most awaited batter for Canada, that is Stephen Lavia.
In your frame there, captain goes big. Rita picking it up first time. Very good throw to her. Wicket keeper Kevin, who completes the run out. Way before Captain Kaur gets close to her crease. Captain Kaur scoring 36 of 34. Done a good job with the bat here.
The only thing she was unlucky not to finish the job. But Lavia there taking already her guard and to face the first ball. Starts straight away, trying to take one to get off strike. Like I said earlier, that she isn't, her strike rate is low when she's rather facing the pace bowlers than it is when she's facing the spinners. She tends to be more aggressive against the spinners, but now it's the challenge that she has to face only the pace bowlers. One more ball left in Kevin's spell.
And Lavia goes big, goes downtown with so much desire to pick a second one. And Lako's emphatic throw only to help Lavia get home safe and dry. The Canadian batters have been able to push for 2, pushing for 2 runs, showing hunger. Might be delayed hunger, but that brings an end to the penultimate over.
Look at that. same but different. This time round, the throw is also to the wicket keeper. But look at the bounce there. The previous run out, the bounce was lower, but this time round, Kevin has to get it all the way above her head, and she couldn't do that. But really good spell from Kevin in that penultimate over, going for only 6 runs. You get a sense that she has done a brilliant job. You can see the Canadian batters already padded on. The anticipation is high. They only need 17 runs.
Canada needs 16 runs from 6 balls. Spin option on. I'm sure Terisha would love to face that. But also the Victoria Pals are awake and alert. Teddy bowling her 4th. Teddy being given the opportunity and the challenge to deliver the last over of the innings. I'm a pal there.
Vandana has to depart. Sorry for the graphics on your screen there. It's Vandana that has to depart. But good work between the wicket keeper and coordinating with the bowler. But good ball there from the spin there. Look at that, trying to come down the track and giving herself room to hit on the offside. But a lot of room she gave and a lot of room she got. She could get anywhere closer the ball. And she has to depart for only 9 runs. That is Indomati. Thank you for the correction, the production team. It's jersey number 4 that
Shrista Raha going aerial downtown to the Longon region, and it gives them the much desired single, because now Terisha Lavia is on strike with just 4 balls to go. And she does swing arms, but not with enough energy to get it going. Naomi Amongin comfortably takes us an easy catch there. The longer-awaited Terisha doesn't get going this time round.
Oh my, who would have known that it is Terisha that has to depart, the one whom we thought would do the heavy lifting. Look at that. She sees where Lavia is standing, way away from the leg stump, and also bowls it way away from the batter. She can't get anywhere close. Gets a faint touch on the bat, almost under the bat. And the catch is really beautiful from Naomi.
With that wicket lost, Vriti Dahaya walks in to join Shrishti Raha to try and get Canada across the line. Tediela, clean bowling her. Middle stump disorganizes the furniture. Drop shoulders here. Tediela on a hat-trick now. Very good sights here for the Victoria Pals. And the Canadian batters' shoulders are dropping.
What a spell she has had. The final over, picking 3 wickets of her. Look at that. Bowling it straight. And picking the legs, the middle stump there, going rather on the ground. And Canada and sort of troubles. There has to come another batter. A hat-trick ball coming for Oyela. Can she take the hat-trick?
Teddy Oyela on that hat-trick ball. Canada need 6 runs, 16 runs to cross the line.
What does she have to offer the moment? A hat-trick ball coming. The batter knows that. The bowler knows that.
Teddy Oyela on that hat-trick ball, sending it down the line. And the umpire judging that wide. Wouldn't say she's under any pressure of sorts. Rajput playing it down to the long on region, casually taking a single with Shrishti.
And you can see the single really casually taken, but only one ball left in this inning. And Oyela picking 3 wickets in the last over. She has to come now. Last ball of the inning, a chance of a catch, and it is taken. 4 wickets have fallen in Oyela's last over.
Naomi Amongin completing the catch there, very easy catch, same spot, even for the last wicket that was picked. In your frame there, Teddy delivering her last. And Vriti, Shrishti doesn't get much bat to it. Going aerial, and now Mia Mongin completing that catch. The Victoria Pals seal the series with a 5-0 win over Team Canada. As the spirit of sportsmanship is, a handshake for the umpires that have had the game going in a very good way. Then handshake with the opposition team and the captain and the coaching staff and the technical bench. Because cricket is a gentleman's game. Spirit of sportsmanship lies there. It's been a tough series for Canada, but they have played with so much determination, bringing 2 games very, very close there. The Victoria Pals shaking the hands of the Canadian players, having a laugh, smiling a bit, thanking the umpires for the job well done. Indian fraternity there, having watched and followed the game right from the start.
These are the replay for you. Chance of Teddy's bowling and the chance taken by the same Naomi. Took 2 catches in the same position in the last over. Teddy just bowling it full and flat. Nothing to do. If you can't play it straight, you don't have any runs for you. Couple of boundaries here. Coming down the track and sending it on the onside. A lot of boundaries we witnessed and so much efforts we saw. Trying to put the body under the ball, but clean ball by Tino. Beautiful cover drives we witnessed. Couple of them chases were on. Again opening up the face of the bat, but couldn't go past point. Yeah, the second wicket had to fall there. And another beautiful cover drive. I tell you, we saw so many cover drives courtesy of Pereira. That is the opening spell that worked for Uganda from Naomi Jane Amongin, who did the heavy lifting with the ball for her team. And Uganda managed to defend the 102, picking up the 5th win of the victorious series and ending on the high. But what a day it has been for the only batter.
And for your summary there, Canada, Chin Pereira 13 of 15, Tiffany, Kazi, Kapadia, not much talk about. Indomati, Godial 9 of 19, Captain herself, Amapal Kaur, a brilliant 37 of 35, Vandana supporting her 22 of 35, Terisha Lavia, not much, Rishti, Vriti Dahia and Rajput, all not disturbing the scoreboards this time round. Uganda gave them 4 extras, bringing them to a total of 89 off 9. And the Ugandan bowling there, Kevin Amuge, 4 for 27, wicketless. Naume Amongin Jen, 4 for 3 wickets, picked up 3 wickets, conceded 12 runs. Ritam Samali, 1 wicket, 4 overs, 16 runs. Tino Sara, 4 overs, conceded 15, only took 1. And then Teddy Oyela, bowling the later overs, 4 overs, conceding 19 and picking 4 with an economy of 4.7.
My summary for you there, Uganda's batting summaries: key performers, General Mbabas with about 26 runs from 31, and Ritam Samali did a great job also scoring, contributing 20 from 28, and Alako Proskovia did the heavy lifting at the deep end, picking 16 runs in the last over and scoring 17 from 7. What a spell it was. What of the bowlers for Canada? Thope picked 2 wickets and conceded 20 runs. Amapal Kua also picked 1 wicket but conceded 11. So did Mahajan, picking 1 wicket and conceding 16 runs. Canadian batters, it's only Amapal Kua who scored a heavy above the rather have above 100, but above 100. That was 33 from 35, and Hamajan 22 from 33, Pereira 13 from 11. Key bowlers for Uganda: Jane Amongin 3 wickets, and Teddy had a brilliant day, picking 4 and finishing the tail end for Canada. Uganda defending 102 to finish the series on a 5 victory win.
Table standings there, Uganda, Canada. Uganda played 5 matches, won all the 5 with a net run rate of 1.22. Canada there, losing all their 5 matches with a run rate of negative 1.22. And the Victoria Pals of Uganda seal the emphatic win of the Victoria Series, winning 5-0 against Team Canada. Match day 5, Uganda's won by 12 runs, and we will be moving to the post-match presentation with Innocent Ndaula. Bin Naomi Kayondo here, Bagenda. Unfortunately, Juna in the comms box together with Innocent Ndaula, who you will see at the post-match presentation. Have a good afternoon and a good Sunday. This was very interesting. I liked it. Retired, but not tired. Ukuja kwamba you want to make me tired. Simba wano. Retired. Simba wano chairman.
Lova, playing her first game in the tournament. Teddy Oyela, very well played. But the play of the match, 3 for 12 with 2 catches. With the new ball, swinging it all over, Naume Jane Amojin. Kevin, wicketless after the Canadian said you've had enough pass, won't allow you to pick more, but she's already done the damage in the tournament. In this Victoria Series, Kevin, you can smile for the cameras. Always graceful, and the results are starting to show. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Evelyn. We're moving on very quickly. Mr. Nehal Bibodi, please come through, give out this Best Batters Award. Mr. Nehal Bibodi, is he still in the building? Dennis Musali, come give out this one. You were a good batter in your heyday. Please come through, Honorary Secretary. The captain of Victoria Pearls, you've done very well with 90 runs. Over 80, please tell us come through. Of 81, she's played 5 matches, 8 boundaries for her from her 5 innings and 118 runs. Captain Canada, Amapa Kao is our best batter. Very well done to you, Steve. Take all the love, Jerusalem. You love the place. And score as many runs on those sandy shores. It's your moment now. The smile can become wider. Thank you very much. We saw some good batting, and we very well know your coach, Rizwan Chima, is a man everyone remembers very well here in Uganda. He took Uganda to the cleaners that day in 2017. Not many people, including Davis Karashadi, my former captain up there, always watching, will want to remember But Chima, all to you, and credit to you, may you make the girls shine further. Well, the player of the tournament to give out this award is the match manager. I don't know if it's the match manager or the match referee or the tournament referee. Mr. John Trasmaeko, come and give out this one for the player of the tournament. The player of the tournament, there are 4 candidates for this one, but only the best will take it. Amapa Al-Kaul, you are finishing number 4 in this one, 216 points. Well done. Rita Musamali, you finish second with finish third with 227 points. Kevin Amuge, with the 2 player of the match awards, you finished second, but the player of the match played 5 matches, scored 81 runs. She had 79 batting points. She had 4 wickets, 105 bowling points, 42 fielding points, 1 player of the match, and 251 rocking points. Immaculate Nakisiri. Unable to complete the game today because she put her body on the line for Uganda, trying to save a certain boundary, and that's why she picks up this, because she has contributions from all over the park. More flowers for Immaculate Nakisiri, playing 100 T20I today. Well done. You joined that class of Kevin Amuge. I beg your pardon, Kevin Awino, who's picked up also 100 caps for Uganda. Thank you, Amy. Hopefully the injury heals faster. You're still very young at 27. Those bones seem very fast. Moving on very quickly now. The big awards. DJ, if you have some music now, is the time to play some music. We're coming to the back end of this. Of course, we'll have a bigger dinner with Team Canada, with the sponsors, and Team Uganda later to congratulate everyone so the girls can wind down and break a leg or two. But Mr. Arvind, please come through. Mr. Jackson Kavma, please come through. Of course, Mr. Arvind is the CEO, Mr. Arvind Kraka, the CEO of Laika Mobile. Laika Group, we love you so much. For Team Uganda now, you go around the placard, first where Mr. Ediger is, and then you pick your medals. I'll ask the big officials to make sure the girls don the medals as they pick them. DJ, give me a celebration for the Ugandan girls. What's in sport they say, no one remembers second best. The technical team, very end, we have a medal for everyone. So, and what's the name? Kevin Awino, Kevin yana post out today, esa iloko, Mr. Consistent kwa yako Uganda, kwa yako, tefana kina, nothing that's Iten Sarah, Tino Sarah, Kevin Amuge, Yena Mami, Sarah player, Naomi Mwali, Rowan dance. This guy made us ready. I hope the medal and wear them without Mr. Alvin, please come to the front. Mr. Alvin, please come to the front. Come to the front. You have to give up a big trophy. Medal server, including the analysts today, Sir Richard Opia, including the media manager from the team, in the assistant coach. What's up? Vikram, please come join in giving us this one. And the chairman, It's about members of the corpus in Uganda. Yeah. Right, Vikram, please move over to the captain, hand over that people, and the Victoria Series 2025. Uganda, the champions. Vikram, come back in the video, come back in the video. Thank you. Where are my papas at? Where are my papas at? Well done, well done, guys. Well done. Quick announcement as we wrap up. There will be a dinner later on, but first things first, players, officials, the lunch is ready. You guys are very hungry. DJ, it's your time. Please take it away.